there, family and friends, friends that are family and family that are friends. This is Eddie with the TBD Network, also the TBD Podcast Network. The TBD Network is a thinkers podcast covering subjects and ideas that can advance the mental fortitude and critical thinking in an effort to further humanity through casual conversation. But right now, you are listening to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Have a good one.
As the clock strikes 12, the year's final hour, a hush descends, anticipation devours. In the darkness of night, a magical bliss, a moment of enchantment, the midnight kiss. Whispers of hope fill the air all around, hearts beating faster, love's symphony resounds. Eyes meet, souls entwine as the stars align, a tender connection, a love so divine. Underneath the moon's soft and gentle glow, two souls come together, their love on show. Lips brush against lips, a sweet taste of bliss.
Well, Mr. Putin, I commend your bravery. You blindly walked the path I laid out for you, uncertain of intentions. You had faith in something greater than what you could see or touch. You had faith in the right choice that was yours and yours alone to make. So now you have shown the world that you have a changed heart. You know that taking the position you have with Israel, that it applies to you too. You cannot continue your conflict, and your country now has the chance to repair itself from the damage caused by your decision to begin this conflict. I am asking you respectfully to stand down your assault on the Ukraine and to ease up on Israel. You have made your point, and a good point. As one who has fought to show you the right path, I can say right now that I am proud of you as my pupil. The reason why is because from what I've seen, I have had faith in the decisions that I'm sure you will make. I can now honestly say that I apologize. I misjudged you. You are no coward. You are no suka, for neither could stand before the world and take the position you have with Israel, as it acknowledges the mistake you have made with the Ukraine, the one that concerned me the most, which was ignoring the situation that all our scientists are warning about by going into conflict.
Yeah, hello. You've reached Jimmy James. I can't get to the phone right now. But Yeah, hello, you've reached Jimmy James. I can't get to the phone right now. Yeah, you've reached Jimmy James. I can't get to the phone right now because I'm a fucking lunatic. Yeah, hello, you reached Jimmy. I can't do it. Fucking run the show. Oh. Yay!
So unwise.
This is Eddie with the TBD Network. It's a thinkers podcast, and Jimmy asked the question of, what were we grateful for, what we were proud of 2023, and I am extremely thankful to Jimmy James, the Jimmy James Show A to Z, for reigniting that passion and that fire and connecting me with people that are inspiring and that want to be inspired and that are looking to try to move forward and create something better. So the best part of 2023 for me was waking up every day, still having a heartbeat, but it was also finding that passion and fire that was inspired by the Jimmy James Show A to Z. Thank you, brother. Happy New Year. Take care. Be blessed.
All right, I just got this one in. This is the latest one. Here's my boy, one of my first big guests and followers and fans right here, and I became a fan of his. Here he is, my man Justin.
Hey Jimmy, it's Justin. Wishing you and your family a happy New Year. Hope it's better for you than last year. Hope it's better for us here too. Tell everybody in the group I said hello. I've been in the group a lot lately, been recovering from that stroke and trying to find work and everything, so I've been kind of busy. hope you're doing well. Love you, bro, and hello to all your listeners and followers and everything. I'm wishing them a happy New Year as well. All right, man. I'll talk with you later. Bye.
Thanks, Justin, man. I really appreciate that. He just hit me up too, and I was like, right as I was about to publish, and I was like, that was like, he waited till the last second. But like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did to the crew guys. It was the group, and now it's a crew, but he's going through some harsh stuff, and I feel kind of bad because it's hard to give somebody your full attention when you're like trying to do this. But obviously, if anything were to happen, or like, I told him, like, you hit me up if you need to. If you don't, he lives too far, but I just hope you feel better, Justin. Thank you for the message there, man. He's been doing those messages, by the way, people, for ever. Not just because it's a holiday. He's always like that. That man is going, if there's a heaven, that man will be at the gate. I'm not saying he don't have an attitude. Sometimes he has an attitude, but that's just Justin for you. He ain't he's no pussycat, but he'll give you his shirt off his back if he can. But guys, I'm just going to mention this one time because I just looked over 3 hours and at least about 15 minutes now. It's close to 3:15. I'm calling it. That is the longest show I've ever done. I did not know it was going to be this long. And me talking, I wasn't trying to like push a goal or an agenda with the messages and everything else. Just a little, I take off about 10 minutes of like add-ons of like little noises and whatever. But other than that, yeah, long show. Thank you, Justin. Get well soon, brother. Hit me up whenever. Take care. Oh, and now let's finally start the hard opening to the show, which is going to be me already, where I already did all this, and then this show will start. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see how this sounds. This is from Cody.
Hey, Jimmy, this is for your podcast. Whenever you would like, you can cut some of this out. Happy New Year to you and your followers, friends, and family. Buddy, you are a good friend of mine. I adore listening to you and talking with you. You honestly give me a smile on my face. You crack me up, dude. Just straight up. Listen, everybody, I do a podcast also. I don't sound like this normally. I normally are a little bit more scripted here, but this is a little bit off the dome, off the top, off the tee. Go check it out. It's Mind of a Man podcast. Everybody, just give Jimmy some love. He deserves it. Have a happy new year, and I hope the year is great. I hope you have a blessed year. I hope things that have never happened to you happen to you that are good. Good things.
That's Cody Lewis, everybody. You guys know him. Actually, I didn't know this, but he got that message in, like, as I was putting it all together, the show. And, I really don't have any words for these guys. The people who are just now listening, I already went into detail before this, so this is like just all new just now. But, just real quick, for the people that are just maybe just listening, or just listening to Cody or Eddie or one of these guys, what we do, living a life, especially like I mentioned, like what Cody does, he likes to live off the land. He's like one of those types of guys. Like, I mean, I never really got into deep talk but I know he does like to do like hunting and living off the land. He actually talks about it in the show, but it's people like that. And then you got somebody like an Eddie, or there's a Rudolph in Chicago, which I didn't get to mention before, that I never hit up this is an older gentleman, Rudolph, from underground Chicago radio, just hit me up saying, "Hey Jimmy, keep up the good work. I like your energy and all this." And I'm like thinking, wow, like what would this guy want to listen to me? I mean, this is like a man's man, older guy, like looks like he's in the arts. He don't have no time for like my shenanigans. But then, like I guess in a way, like what Cody was saying, you bring a smile to somebody's face. Well, you do the same thing, bro. Like, I'll listen to your show. I've told you this before, Cody. You're a funny motherfucker that you can be. I think you choose the path of fucking sanity. But, I wanted to push the boundaries in podcasting. And I wanted to do something nobody's ever done. I mean, people can talk and joke and do all that. I'm not talking about that. I think I literally wrote it down. I think the person who brought you all the weirdness and crazy, something like that in podcasting. And that's what I wanted after I started really getting into podcasting. So, but honestly, it's what you said. All that can get thrown out the window, because if you're not happy at the end of the day, and I appreciate what you said about it, I hope everything happens to you is good, right back at you and your family. It's been a rough last quarter. 4 quarters. The last quarter of this year's been rough. Well, 2023 now. So I appreciate that, man. I needed that. And I haven't really opened up to you guys about any of that. Even my close friends, I haven't opened up a lot about. So, podcast keeps me sane. So thanks again, man. And thank you to everybody I missed. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everybody, but this is by far the longest show I have ever done. And with the help, obviously, of my guest, which is Nihon, which you'll be hearing about coming up. All right. Well, thank you. I don't want to make this show any longer than it has to be. So thank you once again, Cody. Much love, brother. I'll be talking to you in the chats right after this or TikTok. I'm going to take a break, though. All bullshit aside. All right, man. Stay safe, bro, and you can hit me up anytime. Any one of you can. All right, man. Peace out. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a special quick message before the show starts. This is a couple records are getting broken here, but before I get into anything, I just listened to the latest, The Mind of a Man. All I gotta say is the greatest beer run ever. I fucking love that story. Cody, man, great job telling that story. I felt involved into that story, and yeah, I could have hit you up into our crew and just told you that, but honestly, I wanted to wait for like a more special time. And you've been you're crushing this new show, and that's The Mind of a Man, and he has another show he doesn't do anymore. It's the Daily Chat with Cody Lewis. And I remember he was asking, like, I still get people going on there and listen, and I'm like, dude, I have never I don't think I got a chance to tell him, but I'm like, this is what happens when you're good at something. There's very few of us in this podcasting realm world that actually are good at it. Now, I also listen to not just Cody and his new stuff, but I was just catching up with the TBD network. By the way, thank you for that message. I did hear it before, obviously I put it on the show, but I was catching up with a lot of his stuff, and I wanted to say thank you. He dropped his latest episode was December 28th. That was New Year, new what? ? And he has in the description it says, shout out to Jimmy James, A_Z, which was kind of like, it was almost like perfect, but the underscore just killed it. It's like A-Z, but I digress. No, these guys know I'm only messing. I wanted to pick up one more thing about Eddie, what Eddie said, before I forgot or anything. I remember in one of his shows or messages, he's like, go check out Jimmy James' podcast show, and then he corrected it, and this is what he did, because I picked up on it right away, and I cracked up, and he goes, go pick up on, or go, we all pay tribute as much as we can, help each other out. Go check out Jimmy James' podcast show, A to Z. And then he stops himself and he goes, well, it's just a show. He doesn't like the word podcast, like the show. And I'm like laughing. I'm like, that's so true. It is. It's fucking true. It's because technically, when you say podcast show nowadays, people are just like, yeah, but dude, most people that don't do this, they don't know how much fucking work and effort we put into it. And not just, I'm not talking about the longevity of each show. I'm talking about, we talked a little bit about this on this show, I believe, and we talked about that on our show when me and Eddie did the Jimmy and Eddie show. So you guys can check that out first, and then now this show with me and Nihon, who is a new part of the crew because Eddie found them, which you'll find out in the show. And I finally figured out how the mics work, so we both came out excellent in the show. The last thing I wanted to bring up is, I'm not a big, year guy. I don't really care about that. New Year's, I hope everybody has a new year. But my last thing is for everybody that I listen to, and I'm talking about everybody, that has been doing podcasts, and guys like Eddie and Justin. Alright, I know them. I'm sorry, Eddie, Cody, Justin hasn't been doing that much, going through some stuff, and we all got his back as much as we can. He'll give his updates when he will. But as far as that right now is, I've been listening to Eddie and Cody, and these guys are very similar into their podcasting. If you listen to them, you might not even be able to tell them apart. But they're two different kinds of animals. It's like looking at a lion and looking at a tiger. It's totally different. You know what I mean? You really gotta turn off, especially people like me. You have ADHD and you let your head get in the way. Just turn it off for a fucking couple minutes and listen to what they're actually saying. Because if they could sit there and, say, give me a shout out, or I inspire them, which, listen, I don't know how I'm doing it. And if I am, and you really mean that, then that means the world to me. And I'm not joking when I'm saying this. I mean, I never started this to look to help anybody, but if I did, that would be just a bonus. But for you guys to do the show and the way you guys do your shows, the professional, in it, the more professional, like, I'll have 50 gajillion jokes or stupid things even before this show starts. So that's why I wanted to say also, this is the longest show to date, by the way, with a guest and or with no guest. So there you go. That's the record. It's January 1st, I was just say December, but January 1st, 2024. I am cooked, tired, beat. So I'm going to let you guys listen to the rest of this opening, and then we'll get into the business. Now, I didn't edit anything. It's just to show it the way it is. I'll go crazy if I edit every little thing. And, I did just put something out, which was just bothering me, and my best way to vent was through the podcasting realm. And I didn't want to vent to those guys because, they don't need to hear, look, we're here for everybody, but we don't need to fucking hear everybody's problems. Like, if it comes down to podcasting stuff, yeah, which this did have to do with podcasting and stupid people. But, so thank you to you guys, and I'll drop everybody's link that I'm talking about. That it will be in this show, so you can go check it out. Seriously. By the way, great job on the new year and new what? That was a great episode. My favorite of the last month, I would say, the two would be humanity versus humans and anxiety and grief, and Cody with the mind of a man. And I was just like, let me listen to this the human understanding in the Bible. And then that was my second favorite. The first one was a story of friendship and courage. Or is that the one with the beer run? Because they get all off looped here. Yeah, I think it's a story, the greatest beer run ever. That was fucking awesome. So that's it. That's my little tribute. I didn't mean to run this long, but you guys have a great rest of your day. We kicked ass this year. Let's kick even more ass this year. And, like always, take care of yourself, one another. This is Jimmy James properly saying, peace the fuck out. And thank you to my guest coming up, Nihon. You see how I delay that? This is not part of the show. I was always supposed to end it. See how I was delaying it? Because I keep fucking his name up in my head. I'm like, Nihon. We gotta do something about that name. Let's get it.
You're probably gonna be like, I've never had a fucking show like this before, dude, because I didn't get through all your shows. Don't worry, some of this shit I edit out, but it seemed like you guys were cool, calm, and collective, and I'm like, this guy's never going to be the same. But anyway, I'll start it off real quick. I usually more professional-ish, but then again, more of a solo guy. But this is the Jimmy James Show. Fuck, you guys know who I am. I got Nihan. How am I saying that right?
Nihon.
So he said it really, it's like, no problem.
It's
Nihan. Nihan?
Yeah,
Han. You had to spell it out in the room. You're like, Nihon. So I'm like, Nihon. But real quick, the way you say it.
Yeah, Nihan. So Nihon, like knee, kneecaps, knee, then Han, beyond Nihon.
Oh wait, what's the last part again?
Nihon, Han.
H-O-N, or H-O-N.
Or like saying behind.
Oh, so it's That's fucking tough, dude.
Nihan.
Yeah, I'm from Philly, bro. So we would get a like your name would not be that like forever. Like, dude, my name's Jim. Like they would call me Jim. They wouldn't even call me Jim, bro. It was OJ. Basically, my initials. At the time, it was before all the OJ shit, by the way. But it's my initials, which is like O'Hara. So like it's James O'Hara, but they would call me OJ for orange juice. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was their thing. Then I had, unit killer or some shit. I don't know. It's one of my. So you don't have any. So I don't want to fuck it up and be like, so through the show, I'd be like, Nihon, like Nihon. Or, so like, what's up? What's up with your name? Like, you don't have to tell me your full name, but I mean, like, traditionally, what are you? What's your background and stuff? Like, what's your ethnicity? There you go.
I would say black. So many different descriptions about black. Like, we got African American, but yeah, I'm from Louisiana. I went to school for massage therapy. I love writing. I'm a creative. I'm very creative, and I always talk about self-expression and energy, stuff like that, in terms of massage therapy.
Okay, so that's So that's in your show where I only got the preview that you sent, but it seems like you're talking to like almost, I think you have a person on every show, right? And that's what you're talking about?
Different things like related to them, because like when they fill out the link, the schedule link, I research about them, and like based on what they do, we'll talk about stuff like that. It'd be different topics. It's no like one niche, like based off of what they're interested in. And then sometimes I gear towards it, like I attract towards it, and like I'll talk about it, like, and I'll be educated in the moment too, and like it just flows well. Like some of the esoteric stuff and like meditation, like stuff I'm already into.
The meditation, see, I can never, I have that, I don't know, I don't think you've ever heard of me or my show until today, right? Or anything, like, right? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, first time.
Right, which is awesome, which is really awesome, by the way, because it's nice to talk to somebody. If I come to actually think about it, you're the first guest that I had on this show that doesn't know me or my show, which is fucking, and I think vice versa.
This is my introduction.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't, like, when I hit the record, I'm like, hey, how am I going to enter, what am I going to say? Oh, just some random guy. But at the same time, it works perfect, because I did that in 2022 for the New Year's, but we did it at nighttime. We went through the New Year's together, like, you know what I mean? So we did it as it was going on. This girl was from Canada. She was a listener. And that was Lisa, by the way. If you're still listening, thank you. I was actually going to try to get in touch with her this year, but then this all happened, and I'm like, I can do this as a show, depending on how long you want to do the show for. I don't think you want to do the show for 10 hours or whatever the fuck's left.
30 minutes to an hour, like, that's fine. Like, I know we can talk about different themes.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is, dude? I find I don't know, because you're face to face, which I don't mind, but I always forgot. Spotify didn't always have that, or Anchor and then Spotify. So I don't care about like being seen. That's not my thing, obviously. I got tons of shit out there, but it's like when you're podcasting, you're listening. You're not. I said this the last show with fucking Eddie from the TBD Podcast Network, and he was like, I said, it's not YouTube. YouTube is meant to kind of be watched if you're watching it, not for music. And now they have a podcast section, which is like cool for me, I guess, because I can send the RSS feed there. But you're not watching anything but like my main thumbnail. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'll have it split where it'll be me and you. Like, I'll like, put us like together in there, like both our shows just in the thumbnail. So like that, so that's what I was going to want to, before we got into anything like crazy, like critical, like, I wanted to make sure that was known that you are the first, like I said, other than she was just a listener. You're actually a creator. And how long? What's the name of your show, by the way?
Free Time Free Spill podcast. I'm still learning. I'm still growing.
No, it's fine. So it's Free Time. Free Time Free Spirit.
Free Spill. Free Time Free Spill podcast.
See, that's even better, actually. I was like, wait, Free Time Free Spirit. I'm like, Free Spill. Okay, I remember that, because you got to remember when I'm doing those messages, dude. I'm talking to so many other people, and I'm like, dude, I just need a group chat. That's why I kind of created that creators crew, and I'm like, I don't know. That's the question I had. I had my notebook, but I don't have it open and ready. But I was gonna ask, which I never asked on the chat, was how did Eddie get you into the crew, part of the crew?
Oh, he sent an audio today, and like it was good, and like I heard it about like y'all was looking to build like 20 people, like a network, and
yeah,
about podcasting, and it was good. I was like interested. I was like, what's his background, and like does he have media skills? And like I was just seeing like just a network, but also about like some podcasts I've done, like I just met the person and like it kicked off well. Like that's what's good about podcasting. Just letting it flow. Like you build a confidence, even if it's you the first time meeting, you just build that confidence and it flows. Yeah,
everybody in there I've done this show with, or I met them through, except two people in there. There's an artist on Spotify, which I think I mentioned in that like 5-minute fucking thing that I was fucking with you in the beginning. And then there's another guy, Suede, which is a guy from Connecticut. They're all creators of some sort. It's not, I didn't want to have it all podcasting, which is like, yeah, I mean, it's fine if it was. It's just about, like, if Eddie selected you, it must have been for a good reason. Like, he must have seen something, like, with the open-mindedness and,
yeah,
don't hold back. Don't say something, like, the critique and be criticized. I want to be, if I'm fucking up on something and I have a listener, or just a podcast realm brother, I guess, whatever, in the universal scale, we're all brothers and shit and sisters. But like, if I'm messing up or I'm not doing something right, tell me something, or vice versa. That's what I kind of wanted, instead of asking myself, because I don't have guests. Like, this is very rare that I have guests, especially like back to back,
Yeah, one thing about guests, like I learned so much. Like, I'm gonna have to go back to all my episodes and like just like learn from like listening back.
Yep.
Cause
like, I just did that, by the way. I'm still doing it, but real quick, I just did that. That's a great idea, especially if you're just beginning you're doing YouTube, really, right?
YouTube a little bit, and like I've been I have a hosting site too, like Spotify for podcasters. Back when it was Anchor. Like, I've been doing that.
Anchor. Okay, so you still have it.
Yeah.
So you're at the point. So how like, is there? Because I'm going to get back to that, what you were saying. But how long have you been doing? You think a year? I didn't see the date or whatever.
Almost 4 years. 2019 July 3rd. But I've taken the podcast down.
You mean podcasting or YouTube? You're just getting started.
Podcasting.
It's the same thing, man. It's the same fucking thing. It's all the same. I think it's all the same. The only difference is, like I said, one, you're watching, so you can kind of like, when you're being watched, you're like, people can read into your emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an empath type of person. I can read somebody up and down. Like, I was all taught that way, brought up that way, but I had to get used to it over the years, growing up in this fucking digital age where I have to listen. It's like, you gotta pay attention more to what people say. That's why I hate fucking texting, dude. There's no emotion behind it.
For real. And then when people argue, like in a relationship, when they start arguing and like they get misconceptions, or like they misread
text, you're talking, right?
Yeah, text. Like
text. Yes, just yep.
I say call me or like meet in person.
Right. And you mean nothing by it. What do you mean? Like it just comes off. So, yeah, I know, dude. I just went through some of that.
Like long distance relationship.
Do you ever just look at your friends and think, we're going to be some weird old freaking people someday?
it feels like we're giving up a lot more, and they just either don't know or don't appreciate. Like, they're just, I don't want to say they're all narcissists. I mean, because we all have narcissist tendencies, but show, I was thinking of our title of a show. Like the long, is that really a relationship? I'm laughing at you and with your pain. That's what I do. I'm trying to take your pain and turn it into laughter.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've been stressing, man.
I know. Oh, I know. Dude, I can tell. All bullshit aside, I know, because I've been there, you know, and, you know, you probably been to some dark places, like, in your head wise, you know, which was supposed to be the topic of the last show I was doing with Eddie, and we never even got to it because the whole thing got fucked up. But, yeah, because you brought that up, and I'm like, you had something. Like I said, I call it the alphabet disease because I think it's funny. ADD, I have ADHD, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I have ADHD.
I have schizoaffective bipolar type.
Yeah, and when you said that, by the way, this is why I'm bringing it up again. When you say, I've never heard, or I don't know, like, explain to me like I'm a fucking moron. Like I am. But explain to me, like, what is that, and, like, what is it, you know?
The symptoms and stuff?
Yeah, just like, you know, like if somebody explained, you know, fucking ADHD to people, they think it's just like, here's pills, go home. That's not how it is when you have the real ADHD, like the real kind. So, if you don't mind, I mean, that, because this is what my show's really, I always try to bring some of that.
Yeah,
realness.
I'm comfortable explaining it.
Awesome.
So basically, it's highs and lows. Like, so schizoaffective bipolar type is like a combination of schizophrenia and bipolar, but it's not severe. Some people have it worse. Like, everybody deals with mental illness differently, and
right.
But after all, like, I'm still strong-minded, but it's just the highs and lows, like that balance.
Okay, so explain to me, like, okay, all right, before we get to all right, let's go to the low, I guess. We'll start low. So what's a low, and how long, what is a low, or
energy
what's that feel like, and how long does that last, you know, give or take average, I guess?
Yeah, I gotta stay motivated, because, like, sometimes, like, the lows, it can be like just not like a brain fog, where it's like, like, if I don't set goals and like start my day off right, like I'll spend, like, because I'm more of a night person sometimes, like I'm more creative, and like I'll be getting things done, organizing and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Me and you right here. I agree. I knew I had something. I knew that was commonality. Yeah, keep going though, because this is good. So yeah.
So the lows is like energy level wise. So, like, I don't know if it's like just eating better. Like, when I exercise, I feel good. When I play frequency music, when I write, organize my space, clean up myself. Because, like, sometimes, like, it's like struggling, like, because I manage to not, because I try to keep the balance, like, with the stuff, and stay motivated. Like, I'm
assuming when you're on the lows is what I'm like. It's not like just a day. People, it could be, I guess, but I'm just guessing here. But you could go weeks. I'm assuming, or days or weeks. I'm assuming.
No, not like not that long. Like, sometimes it's like every other day or something like that. But, like, I'm still motivated. I got to keep my energy up.
Whoa! You're going through that now. This is like today you could have had a low day or something. It's one of those.
Yeah, it could be not all day, but, like, sometimes, like, just struggling, like, to get out of bed. But I get out of bed, like, I stretch, like, that motivates me, like, to move my joints.
I heard that a lot from just people in general. That it's that exercise is a big stress reliever.
Making sure, like, take care of my routine and stuff, like hygiene and whatnot. Like, but it's not like it's all what's on the heart. Like, it doesn't mean like a person is a bad person. Are they gonna, like, have multiple personalities? Because I think that's one too. I think that's one too. Like how some people
MPD. I was just about to say, I say I have that all. I don't, but I do, because, like, I choose to have it.
I'm still functional. So
yeah, of course, dude. Of course you can have. I called MPD, which is more, you know, but I choose to have it, but I tell people I'm a fucking nut job, and they choose to keep talking to me like normal. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
You sound normal to me, man.
No, I'm not like gonna kill some. I mean, like I said, if I didn't have this podcast, I've always said this since the beginning, I'd probably kill somebody by now. But
it's a
stress
reliever.
Yeah, it's a stress
skill.
reliever.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a coping skill, like to podcast,
yeah.
like having a self-expression, like anything, any art form.
I think, dude, for me to go from where I wasn't planning, all I was doing was saying, hey there, what's up? This is me. I was like kind of more down and out of it. And dude, the first show I listened to myself, I went back and updated it like once or twice, like at the end. And like, this is where I am so far, but I didn't think I'd still be doing it today and then be in so many countries and like that many people listening to me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, just 5 countries this year picked me up. So that's 45, I think, just in general. It's crazy. It's like, who the fuck's listening? And like, there's so many. Like, you name a country, I'm in it, dude. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
It gives you momentum and motivation to keep it up. Like, if you
dude, that was the whole thing. It was to help myself and to get back. I'm sorry, I wanted to stick with you, but that's what I literally did it for the mental aspect of it. Like, I'm gonna help myself, but I wanna, if I can help one person, just one, then that's fine. If I have 10 listeners, like, I didn't think about that then. If I just have 10 listeners and that's it, I'll still be doing it, even if I had one. But you know, so there's that. But like you said, consistency, I fell off for like a month here and there, and then you got to set those goals, which you were mentioning earlier. Yeah. With the lows, you have to set the goals. So, but you're I can't even say the name of this. It's like a, you could say the name of the what you have again, but it's like something else. It's like
bipolar type.
Oh, it's a bipolar then.
Yeah, did you say like that? Combination. It's a combination of schizophrenia and bipolar, but it's not severe. It's not like chronic.
All right, that sounds like my buddy has bipolar. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he said he had bipolar. I knew what that was, but I never seen him like, you know, crazy or in a different mood. He's always been this guy, and he takes medicine for it. I didn't know this until he was taking it. And I was like, oh, you're bipolar. I had no idea.
There's a scale. That's an up and a down scale of bipolar. Like, the low side is depression, the high side is mania. Like, some people have different, like, some people more so depression, some people it's more mania or maniac. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, no, you're not. I know exactly. Anybody who's listening, they'll know. It's like, it seems like a lot of I can see what a lot of, because it just ran through my mind, like, a lot of people that, like, I guess nobody's normal. But like, somebody who doesn't have these certain symptoms would be like, well, that just sounds like a regular week for me. But yeah, dude, well, whatever, you know, imagine that, but having a bad day times 100, you know, it's like, there's a different, whole nother beast level, whatever you want to call it, you know? And, so when you're starting, so that's the low, but when you're coming out of it and you get those motivations, like or goals and doing the podcast, which
everything in balance. Yeah. I feel like at a high level of consciousness, like when I'm right. Whether I'm organized in my day, like I start there and then like I clean myself up and like I'm motivated.
So, I get it.
And stuff.
You just like gotta get through your day, and then you have like your routine at night, or just have a routine. Like I don't know how many shows on YouTube what have you been doing longer? The YouTube, how long have you been doing?
Probably since I haven't been consistent with it, but I would say like mostly music stuff. And then when the podcasting came, then sometimes I did like a couple speeches, like when I took a communication course, but it haven't been that consistent. But the music and the podcast has been the themes of what I do.
So see, yeah, and you'll understand this. And I have not talked to you about this. I've talked about other people, but people just don't understand. Like people that don't do any of this shit, podcasting, it don't matter, or even TikTok. it's hard to, like, I truly will go, like, I did follow or subscribe or whatever to you, and I will follow you, and I'll listen, but to keep up with so many podcasts and try to do your own shit, it's fucking nearly impossible, dude. It's just, it's, like, you know, Eddie even helped me. He's like, dude, you're gonna burn yourself out, bro. 3 shows a week, plus trying to listen to 6 other shows, it's impossible. I've been saying this for a while, though.
If you can handle it, like,
well, you don't have enough time. You know what I mean? I make hour shows. People make 7-minute shows, dude. I'm like, I wish I could make a 7-minute show. Dude, that's what my shit's for. Again, I do a lot of funny shit in my show. It's not just me talking all the time. Like, you know, I don't think I even told anybody about this, but, like, you know, I don't know if I want to say. I can always add, fuck it, I won't usually. But anyway, Eddie made a suggestion. I know I did talk about this a little bit, but not the whole thing. Eddie made a suggestion about me, like, doing, I have different names than my show. Obviously, it's the Jimmy James Show A to Z. So it's basically like what you were saying. It's about everything. Like your YouTube, I'm assuming. It's kind of like, you know, you have all these guests, but you just go anywhere you want, really, where you feel comfortable with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like what I did. And, you know, he's like, well, I think you should stick. I kind of like you when you do I called it one time. I only did 4 of them, I think. Yeah. So I did 4. Is it I always fuck it up. The Basement Ramblings of a Crazy Person. That was it. That was the title of it. And I just come down and ramble on about, like, just stupid, funny shit. Like, there were things that I thought that were funny.
Yeah.
And he said this before I got the Wrapped, which is like your analytics. And that was my second most, it was the second one. Basement Ramblings, the part 2, was my second watched or listened to show of the year. And I'm like, holy shit, I guess maybe he has a point there, but I don't know, man. It's like you. It's like whatever you feel like the podcast journey is for you. It's like whatever you feel like doing, you know? Like, I do everything. I'll do, like, whatever I can think of. I try to be original. Something that nobody else is doing in podcasting. So,
that's
you know,
awesome.
and I mean, it is and it isn't, because you gotta edit, you gotta fucking do it all yourself, you know? You, like I said, I haven't heard your stuff, you haven't heard mine, which is, like, good. It's good. It really is, I think, because it's like,
I get good vibes from this. Like, I receive all the spiritual downloads just talking right now. I could tell, like, it's some good content creation that you do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I said that. Well, I was actually thinking that. I didn't say that. When I was looking at that, I was like, is this his trailer? I gotta move this wire. I was like, is this his trailer? It's a good trailer for, like, his opening. I didn't know if that was your trailer.
Yeah, I made it like just a condensed down, like, video of, like, just a welcome to my podcast, like, with just a snippet of, like, a insight of, like, what I do.
So I don't really mess with YouTube, but I just know, because this is where, you know, I self-taught myself all this shit, but, like, you know, you do the trailer of somebody's show, like, mine's is, like, I think a raplet or some shit, I don't know. That was something I made up. It's rap art. Like, it's a raplet. Just because, you know, I can't really, they're not really, it's not, some of them have meaning behind them, some of them don't. It's just, they're just funny or they're not. So I did skits. But then it's like, YouTube, it's its own entity, man. It
was like a video collage, like that video I did, because I got a 9-minute version of it.
That was good. That was actually really good, by the way. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, that was I'm just telling you and listeners, like, that's a good idea for it. Like, I'm like, damn, that's actually a pretty fucking good idea. Like, that's a good trailer. Like, you know, what you did, you put, like, you were about to say it, but I wanted to really fucking boost you up there. I really did, because I really liked it. I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, ah, shit, dude. Because I tell you, I'd be like, dude, you just gotta change your trailer. It fucking blows. I have no idea where you're going with it. But no, honestly, it's like you can kind of tell that you were like, you got all these people saying certain things but it's about different stuff, but it all kind of comes together. And you said that was a 9 minute. It's what the whole thing was. How long?
The first one, the smaller version is like under 2 minutes, and the other one, the full one, is like 9 minutes that I composed. But the interviews itself is like, we talked about some good things with all these guests that I got in there.
Right. Which obviously that's what people are going to be like, oh, no shit. And I'm sure, you don't title your episodes like episode 1, episode 2.
I titled them like, I don't put episode 1.
Maybe for you, maybe for your own benefit you do, but I'm saying like as a title, I think the title captures people. You know, YouTube, there's a lot more that goes into it with the fucking, you know, the thumbnails and the screen things, but you know, it's the title, what you're talking about, who you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to level up with it. That's why I'm glad that I'm part of y'all group and stuff, like the chat.
I'm glad that we have, dude. I like I said, I didn't need people that are experienced. Be like, oh, you need to do this. No, it's like we grow together, and then maybe 10 years from now, 5 years or whatever, come back and be like, wow, like look at this from then. You know, so. Yeah. You're only going to get better if you're this good and you're only using limited, like you personally, like if you are this good and you're only getting I'm sorry, you're this good with the equipment you have, and you were asked, I thought you knew all this shit already when I was saying Audio Lab Pro and Dolby On, like I thought you knew all that. I taught myself all that shit. Nobody taught me any of that shit. I had to go and find that shit myself.
Audio Lab.
What's that?
Audio Lab, yeah.
Audio Lab.
That was my first time hearing of that one.
Yeah, that's Eddie said the same thing. He's like, I gotta get that, but he uses like a professional one and he pays for it. And I'm like, why? Mine's does the same fucking thing, and yours is more for musicians, like you're a podcaster. But I don't know, like why pay for something? Like this shit's enough. At like, you know, money is tight as it is. Like obviously you're not rich, probably. Otherwise, you'd probably have a bajillion, you know, views on your show.
Yeah, I'll be like flexing with like Elon.
Yeah, right. But I mean, if you were gonna do that, if you had like money to spend, I'm saying, if you had money to dish out for a fucking YouTube, you're gonna put that, you know, you're gonna go get the best fucking mics, the best this, the best that. And then if something fails, you have back. Like usually that's how I am. I really roll. Like I have backup of everything that I need. I never used the mic before. I just started doing that not too long ago. You can't really. There's no change. And then I started buying these little things at a time. Like over the years, over the months, I would buy little things like sound. It's like a sound card. Mm-hmm. You know what? Like a capture card. This is a sound card, so it makes the quality of the sound even better. So. When I go on the Dolby On, which is basically, if you don't know, everybody knows what Dolby, I say Dolby because it's the way I say it, but it's
I say Dolby too.
Yeah, I say Dolby. Well, you know what Dolby, it's Dolby On, but Dolby, D-O-L-B-Y, On app. And then you can share it there and then export it. And then I was actually just talking about, like I was bringing this up, and I talk about it in other shows to teach people or help creators out there, and you just gotta download the app, dude. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna get that app.
The Dolby one is good. Like you could record on it. Don't get me wrong. The only thing that sucks is like, you know how like you could stop and start when you're recording. Dolby is like it's a one track. Like once you stop it, that's it. You can't, you know, take place from where you were at. Mm-hmm. You know, it's. Like I'll do some. I got good shows that a lot of people listen to. So Whose Line Is It? Where I do that one where I gotta like always, you know, stop and start or whatever. It's good for when I do that. That's basically like movie lines or the best movie speeches, stuff like that. So it's good for that type of stuff.
I might get back into video games, like you were saying about video games earlier before we had started.
Oh, video, yeah. It's the one thing I do all the time. I don't talk about on the show. I don't care, but I'm just video games. Justin's he does that, by the way, but he's having a hard time at it. But what were you talking? What were you thinking about? The game time or gaming or something?
Yeah, like gaming, like what goes into all that. Because I was seeing on your YouTube.
Oh, dude, my YouTube, yeah, see, that's what I tell people. Don't, like, my YouTube it's not, you see, like, I only have a couple hundred, like, nothing. I don't care about, like, I don't want people. I don't care if people follow me on there. If not, if they want to or not, that's fine. I think I just looked. This is just weird because you brought it up. Like, not my one episode. Like, my highest episodes I had, I like cleaned up, and that was an old one. That was like the Ghost Adventures one.
Yeah.
Like, I made 4 of them, and that was enough, dude, because I had so many people texting me, bro. Wow. And I'm like, I'll never do YouTube, bro. I did gaming ones, yeah, dude. But people do this shit all the time, dude. Like, there's so much of it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you were doing on your YouTube, you were talking, like, first, I guess, you have a way, how you get guests, I guess, do you have, like, a group, or do you go to one of those apps that, like, you look for guests or something? Like,
usually it's like, it used to be like Facebook groups, and then sometimes Instagram, just people I connected with, like, that might be interested into it, like, online.
Well, video is hard. I'll tell you what, I know people that don't do it, even with audio alone. People are nervous. They're so nervous. Even people I know in, like, real life, they're nervous, but once, like, a 2-3 minute mark, dude, they start getting comfortable, and it's just like, yep, it's worrying about nothing. It's like stage fright. But video, I'm asking you, is it harder to get people, or are you already looking for people that have no, like, experience doing that?
It's not hard to find like guests.
Right, no, but I'm asking, in your experience of getting the guest on, is it people that are experienced, or do you ever find, do you know what I mean by, like, how they're nervous, but are they experienced already?
Oh, they got experience in something. They might be a life coach or like a public speaking coach.
Right. So they're comfortable. See, so that makes it easier for you. You can bank on them. Like you, when you were like, I could do a show in an hour. I'm like, all right, dude, I'll have no problem. I don't have to fucking prep them up. Some people need that prep. They're like, they talk low, or they don't know when to talk. And sometimes I realize this, like, I don't use Riverside. I didn't know. I was like, I was talking over Eddie a couple times. I didn't realize I wasn't talking over. I was like, yep, agreeing, and it was kind of cutting his audio out. So
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, it happens, dude. Sorry about that. Fucking drinking, hit my mics, and I was thinking, like, next time I do Riverside, I'll just hit the mute button and, like, let you, if you're gonna get into something deep, I'll, like, just mute myself. That way I don't accidentally go, and okay, yeah, or, one of those.
They do two audios.
Yeah, audio. I know. Audio. This is Riverside. Where we're using. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm explaining something to you, it's like you could sit there and listen. Obviously, you're not the host, so it's not your worries. But, like, I'm like, all right, so explain. Where'd you grow up? And then I might mute myself, so I don't sit there and accidentally go, oh, okay, oh, wow, like, just one of those, like, you're having a normal conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, like, for me, because I'm, like I said, one, I don't have a lot of guests on, and if I do, they're, like, usually real life, like, people. So, it's that like tiny second, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, wait, yes, I know what you mean.
I took a pause.
It took the pause. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's almost like the texting thing. Not really, but it's like, I'm learning that with Riverside. It's like, ask you a question, it's like, it's okay to sit there and agree, but not like, I did it. I tried to edit at fucking 2 hours, like, and I was like, I can't do it. I had to stop after. It was a 7-part. I was like, I just can't do it, dude. I was editing. I was trying to cut out, like, every little time I interrupted them, and I was like, fuck. I'm not going through this, dude. Remember, I have ADHD, so it drives me nuts, So I'm sorry. So fuck, we got way off. Well, we didn't get off topic. It actually stayed on topic. But so you were explaining this bipolar-like-ish. It's just a weird name for it. Another alphabet disease out there, everybody. But so your high days are kind of like this, or they can come and go like in the matter of the day or something.
So it's not like mania, but it's like more energy, and I feel the balance. It's just feeling complete. Like, but the low days is on the other end is like not getting like what I need to do, or not focused with time management and stuff and routines.
I can agree. I can relate with you on the time management right there. That's my day every day. But I mean, so like what the worst part, so what I'm getting out of this, I mean, you told me your low and your high days seem like way better, basically. Like you said, when you're, you know, keeping yourself in line, it's just like, seem like you're having like I guess a normal day for us, you know, like for you, me, you know what I mean? Like this is a normal day instead of having the anxiety and the, you know, all that carried. So
yes,
I was trying to ask a question there too. So like your lowest days basically is, you don't, when you say you have depression, you don't, have you ever had like anxiety? Like, you know, some people do, they experience anxiety.
So like that's why I use like nicotine products, but I don't smoke. I just use like pouches like Zen.
Well, hey, good. I'm about to light one up. It's the way alright, so my story, this is really, I had it since I was a kid. I used to have the heart palpitations, so I had no idea what it was, but it scared the shit out of me. So I just didn't know what was going on. So it took me to the doctor. They said, "Oh, you got ADD." I'm like, yeah, whatever. They wanted me to take Ritalin. Never did. Like, I didn't want it. I didn't like the way it made me feel. So I become to have that, you know, I went years without having, like, and you know what, you ever hear or see anybody with a panic attack? Like,
maybe
like that?
I haven't experienced
the panic attacks?
Huh?
Does your package of fucking, you know, the alphabet disease, like I said, I'm not making fun of your shit, this is my shit, but the part of your package, like your package of fucking life, come with the anxiety attacks?
No, I don't get anxiety attacks, but I have anxiety sometimes, like just like I use coping skills for it, whether I'm exercising, going for a jog, getting massages. But right now I know I have sometimes it's worse when you have stress in your face, like from just certain things and not having enough like necessary things that you need. It's kind of tough, but I still manage like playing frequency music. And
yeah, you said that you're playing it or you're listening?
Yeah, like listening to frequency music from YouTube.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you right there, there's like a tip, and I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think I brought this up because I went through anxiety on the show where I've had the attacks before. Like, I've gotten so good at beating them. I'll get back to, like, I don't think I told the whole story, but like, I would cry, I would get mad because my heart was racing 160, you know, it was like, I go to the hospital all the time, think you're dying. It's one of those kind of things. But the one thing I can tell you, and this goes for like anybody really, I mean, it's kind of it sounds stupid to say, but not when you go through stuff like I do and you do, like when you have it on the extreme levels. Music is really fucking helpful in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? To your soul, to your core. I mean, do you agree with, like, because you said you brought that up, so.
Yeah, it's very common and peaceful for me, like, or being out in nature, just sitting down, writing, or just typing lyrics or whatnot, or just sorting out my thoughts. You? Yeah.
Wait, you type lyrics and shit? Whoa, sorry. Oh, sorry. So you're doing music. So you haven't even heard my shit yet. So most of the shit I do, I make my own beats and shit, which, by the way, was like my #1, which I don't know how that's possible, but I make my own beats. It was a hobby within a hobby. And I told you I do the raplets, which are all rhyming things. Some of them, you know, were old school. I didn't really try. So when you do the lyrics, are you rhyming them, or is it like more poetry? Or like, I do poetry.
It's like songs. It's poetical with the rhymes.
Oh, but you do literally like lyrics.
Hip hop, yeah, like hip hop, punk rock.
Fucking that's nice. Yeah, dude. I have a hand for it, dude. I just don't have the free. I can't. I can freestyle, but I can't. It's too. Even if they're in front of me, it's part of the package of my shit.
I'm not the best freestyler, but I've freestyled for some time. But I like writing.
Yeah, but I guess when you're writing it down, see, I think that right there, when you said you wrote it down, I was like, dude, I don't, because everything's fucking text on your phone. So I just use the Audio Lab Pro for the text part, so it goes up to 4,000 characters. I know it's different. I used to write. I really did. I still have like journals and shit, but phones, obviously. So yeah, I would use, but that's what I'm saying. Audio Lab Pro, you might like that because you could like text up to 4,000, and if you go over or whatever, you could just cut it and then you can merge it all together.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? So you can make as long as you want, but you just got to go on the same fucking app that's free, and they ask for money, but they say give whatever you can. Like it's that kind of app. So and then I don't know how to rap. I don't know how to rap. I'm just not I'm not a freestyler like that.
Yeah, a lot goes into music. A lot goes into music.
What's that?
A lot goes into music, like the lyrics to the music production, all that. Like a lot goes into soundscapes.
Yeah. Dude, what I do on the scale of what you probably write, I'm just fucking around, I'm saying things with rhyming in it, just Facebook, and it's fake shit. I'm just thinking of some of the ones I made, and I would put it on this, but then I would separately put them on YouTube, and I would start putting them as the raplets on.
It was cool. I heard one.
Oh my god, dude! See, I don't get the views. I don't see anybody stopping. Some have music, by the way. The newer ones have music.
Okay.
Which one did you hear? Jesus Christ, that's gonna be embarrassing.
I think it was the Facebook fake.
Facebook fake shit. Everybody, I don't know. A lot of people always say I heard. I
love it. It was funny. It had some humor into it.
It does. It does in a way, because I was trying to be sincere, but you got to make it funny.
Yeah.
But then there is those times where I don't spot check every word, and the computer guy will fuck it up, or I'm like, that's not what it meant. There's sounds to say, but that was one of my funnier ones. And then I did one with the fake vids, but that got kind of fucked up. Did you ever see Facebook? And it has the videos. I did that raplet. I call them, like I said, it's what I call them. It's I did that raplet where they're they're fake fucking videos, dude. It
fake
pissed me off. That
fake Facebook.
They're just so
that's the one I have seen.
I have. That was the newer, the new one. That was the Facebook and its fake, whatever it's called. Facebook and its fake shit. That one's been out for a minute, but which one of you? I don't know what it was called.
I think it was fake videos or Facebook.
Yeah, it's fake there. There's Facebook and it's fake shit, and then there was fake video ones or something. I don't know. I just did it on the fly. I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying there, and I was create it, fuck it, I don't care. It was one of those moods.
It was interesting. It had humor into it.
And if is it the one where you will know right away if I'm wait, hold up, I got this. I'm talking about the wrong. I say that in the thing. It goes wait, hold up, I made a mistake, wrong video. And then was that one?
I forget. I heard it today though.
Yeah, it's not like a song, dude. It's not.
It had a rap into it.
Dude, everyone I do, except if I literally say it's not, it has some sort of rhyming part. I can't write it any other way.
At the end of the video, you said F yourself.
Oh, dude, I say that a lot though. You gotta, you would have to. How long was it? Was it a short one? I know there's two.
Maybe 3 minutes, I think.
That was probably one of the short ones. I can actually look up. I can look everything up on my phone while I have this plugged in. But
I had laughed at some parts of it.
It's hard to explain, dude. If you were to do it right, you, and you're not known, let's say you're basically doing podcasting, you weren't doing YouTube, and you're not known for any of that. Now I'm telling you, I'm like, I'll challenge you. All right, go write a raplet like I did, but make it funny, whatever. You don't have to make it, where the lyrics come together every couple, just do one like a 5-minute or 3 to 5 minute one. Make it about something. So that was, like, I'm telling you, like, I tried to tell other people, I'm like, I have never heard anybody else do that, and I wasn't trying to do it to be like, oh, I made this up. I've never heard anybody else do it, but I never intended them to be on YouTube either. So
it's like storytelling and freestyling with some comedy, like some humor.
I know it's storytelling. There's every one of them, I guarantee, will fucking have humor, because there's little nuggets I leave. Like, it might not match up right at the like the latest one I made was something with something like with a teacher without a yardstick, or the yard.
You say the way you fix your mouth, and then like a teacher without a yardstick. Yeah. Yeah, it had rhyming to it.
I don't know what happened there. It just stopped recording, and then it recorded again. So, well, hey, that's cool. Sorry. So yeah, for some reason, I don't know why I did that. I guess maybe because the phone rang. I should have had it on Do Not Disturb.
Or the connection.
Yeah, but see, that's weird. I've never heard anybody talk about it. Like, one of those. So, especially somebody who actually writes the shit. Who actually writes lyrical, rhyming stuff. You do.
Yeah, I've been writing since 2009. Like journaling. Then.
So what do you do with it afterwards?
I do lyrics all the time.
But when you're done writing it down, like obviously you probably have a title to your song or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you gonna get on the mic and then just start busting out on YouTube soon with it, or what?
Most 80% of the time, I do make a song. Like if it like resonates to like if it sounds really good, and I'm like, damn, this was good.
Oh, and you make it yourself?
Yeah, if I find a beat on YouTube.
Oh, I was gonna say, you don't make your own beats, dude. There's so many fucking apps out there. You can make your own shit. Not like that. There's starter ones, and then there's more progressive. It's time consuming, dude. But you can literally fucking do like whatever you want. My shit.
It's a gift. It's a creative gift to write.
I mean, yeah. I never did what you did. The only thing I did was poetry. But like I said, because I had to make it rhyme. Can you explain since you heard some of my stupid shit? That's like stupid shit ones that I've done. Like I haven't really tried. It seems like you put a lot into yours. Like I just some of them will make me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lying a little bit there. Some of them I did. It took me a while. Not writing it, just rhyming it together with the way I wanted it. Fucking, there was a couple popular ones out there that I like personally, and I was like, damn, I did a pretty good job on that. Like you know how you feel, right? After you write something good.
Yeah, you feel like you express yourself, like it's an emotional release, like for you, like when you do some music. Yes, it's I mean, I grew up listening to Eminem, like he was my shit, and it's mainly because I'm white, but I grew up before Eminem, by the way. But I always I could look at anybody in the world, anybody, and I wouldn't be in shock and awe of anybody. Anybody can walk up to me. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a shit what your rep is. Doctors, any of those motherfuckers. The only person I think I'd be like, can I get your autograph or like anything or a handshake would be from Eminem. I don't know why that is. Or, you know what I mean? Just because some of the other guys already died. He put a lot of years into rap.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, you gotta admit, he is one of the best, if not the greatest of all time. I mean, there's really nobody who's gonna fuck with him. And then you got Dax, who I just fucking heard of like a year ago. Yeah, man. And then I mentioned that to somebody I seen, and they're like, yo, do you hear this dude's thing? And I'm like, who? Who the fuck's that? Like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm like, you heard Dax? And he's like, oh, he garbage. I'm like, then your music probably is trash, dude. I forgot who he told me it was. Cause like, if you're telling me Dak's shit is trash, I'm like, dude, I mean, really trash? Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. Literally made a 20-minute fucking video. That was his first video I seen of him too, by the way. That's what got me to like him. And then I was like, damn, dude, he made a 10-minute one and a 20. You know about this shit?
I heard a country song by him, like Alcohol or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, he did one. Yeah, no, the Rap God, where he did. No, he didn't make. It's not like a diss on Eminem or anything. He likes Eminem and all that. It's just he does all his YouTube. You know, like he don't sign with no labels or nothing like that. He's fucking huge now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's real big. Like he blew the fuck up. Actually, I wrote him and said, I wrote a rhyme to him on his comment section, and he fucking hearted it, dude. I was like, what? I'm like, damn, dude, yeah, actually, dude blew up.
He be on TikTok too?
Yeah, I'm sure, because he's like, you have to keep up on that shit, which I don't think personally you have to. I mean, as an artist, I can't talk. I mean, yeah, probably you have to. As an artist, that's a whole different ballpark, game. But damn, you only seen that video, bro? You gotta watch the rap, dude. You're lucky, man.
I seen other raps by Dax. I can't remember the names of them.
All right, so he has a 10-minute one, the Rap God, which is the first one, and there's a second one. You know what I'm talking about? Those two videos
with Dax
songs or whatever. They're videos. He's like literally rapping in the street, like 90% of his videos, but. There's cars coming by and shit. So I never heard of this dude. I just seen the title and I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna fucking fuck up M shit. Or I thought it was gonna be something like that. And then I didn't know it was the second one. And then I was just going the first 3 minutes. I'm like, alright, the beat's alright. Because it was different. It wasn't like the same. And he was alright. And then like, once he hit that tectonic plate, once you listen to it, if you haven't already, you would know what I'm talking about. If you're into lyrical shit, like I'm into it. Like I like hip hop. I love real hip hop. Like people who can write shit.
I heard him rapping about the history of hip hop.
Dude, like, alright, well, Dear God, that was where he blew up from. That was his main thing. Dear God. That was incredible. I played it on my show, dude, like, on one of my music shows with Thanks. Like, I was actually just giving him a free thing, like a shout out. I can't believe you never heard, like, you would know right off the, like, it's like, if I mentioned, like a popular song, like a M's or whoever you're into, I don't know what, you said you're in the hip hop, so.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat is what I'm saying. Dear God, which was his main one, and then you got to go listen to the first 10-minute one, and then he did a 20-minute one, which that was the first time I ever seen him. But the Dear God one was fucking nice, dude. That one will help your soul, dude. I don't know. It's only a couple minutes long.
I remember he was rapping something about the Bible. Like
yeah,
he had a verse. He had a lyric where he said something about the Bible.
Yeah, he talks, he doesn't talk about it all the time. He doesn't bring it up on a lot of his stuff, but he brings it up a couple times, but Dear God was one of his, because he said Book of Revelations, Dear God should have been one of them. That was part of one of his raps in the Rap God. That's, when he should have, I remember the lyric now. He said, I should have won a Emmy, or I would have won an Emmy, or 3. Dear God, the Book of Revelations, and Joker. Like, I just remember the lyric off the top of my head. I don't know why. I guess I've listened to it a couple times. I mean, it's fucking 20
I'm gonna go back and check him out.
Nah, dude, I can't wait for, I don't usually watch reaction videos, like, people who react to shit, because I think it's so fucking stupid how they have, I'm gonna react to this video, and then they have another guy's like, how to make a reaction video to a reaction video. And then they have another guy, how to react to a react to a react to. It's, dude, it never goes away. It's just, there's people out there, just. And then, do you ever see those videos where people react?
Yeah, I've seen music reactions.
Video they got that one dude, he's kind of popular. It's a big ass black dude, I forget his fucking name. He's like, You know what I'm talking about? Big fucking ripped black motherfucker. It's so J. Yeah, it starts with a J though. Yeah. I was just thinking J in my head though.
I know there's a guy named Shaq or something.
Oh, Shaq. Oh, no. This is a big dude who, like, does... Like, he listens to songs. Like, I think he actually he started doing it he got so big by doing the reaction videos. He met some of them. I think he met Dax, but he did a reaction video. And people were, like, these people that were coming up were sending him videos.
Have you seen that guy that'd be like, how much a fit cost? How much to put a watch?
How much to what?
He'll interview celebrities, but all he's talking about is their outfit and their jewelry. He'd be like, how much for the watch? How much for the jewelry? How much?
No, really? No, what's that? No, I would watch it though. That sounds funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but that's all they say. And they'll tell him how much it costs, like how much for the watch. It's just energetic how he's talking.
Wait, is it real? Meaning, like, I know, is he's acting, or is the actors acting, or whoever the celebrities, are they acting with him, or they know it's a joke?
He'll ask them like how much is for their jewelry, and they'll just say like it's like a almost like a red carpet or something, but it's not like a red carpet. Like, but celebrities like Chris Tucker, all type of people, Migos.
Oh, okay. But does like the actor know? I guess. I mean, I kind of get the concept.
They know he's a content creator and stuff, but like
right.
After a while, it's gonna get old. After a while, it might get old. Like
dude. I already read through all that, dude. I was sitting there. I'm like, all right, how much could you watch of that, and then how much can you take? You know what I mean? Like that sounds like the same thing, but you know what I mean?
Like, interview them or something, like ask them questions, not just saying like, how much for the whip, how much for the watch, how much for the earrings.
So yeah, he's asking them like, you know, I guess it would be funny. It would, yeah. It's like I'm thinking of like, I don't know, man. Like people, like yeah, exactly. I guess you're making my point. Reaction videos. People make reaction videos, dude. Like it's. Oh, I just heard this song. I'm going to go put on What's Their Faces and see what they think about this song. Like, I don't do that, dude. Either I like a song like a fucking natural human being and the natural evolution of things, or I don't. It's like, it's either good or it's not.
It's just better doing a review instead of like a reaction, because they'll listen to the whole song and then everybody's like, they'll listen to the whole album. It's better to
dude,
just listen to it.
That's what I was just about to say, dude. I seen this. This is weird. This is weird because they were black. There were two black people, right? And you'll know the punchline here in a second. But they were listening to and they didn't stop the song, I think, but one time, which I like. I'll watch one of them reaction. But they were listening to John Lennon, sitting here watching the wheels go round and round, like a white guy song. You know what I mean? My dad listened to the Beatles. But they sat there, like, I guess they were like mid-aged couple. Like, they weren't old, they weren't too young. And they actually, they pretty much almost nailed what that song was about without really knowing anything with the song or even really any of the Beatles, because they're black, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because they're, what's that?
They didn't research, that was their first time listening.
Yeah, like I gave them a salute because, like, first they listened to the whole video. When they cut it off once, I was like, but they cut it off for like a good reason, like to ask a question or something about, to make sure, because he keeps bringing it up. Like, do you know that song? Do you know that song?
Mm-mm.
I'm just, because you're black.
I listened to some of, you said the Beatles?
I walked into that one. So,
I know the popular ones.
No, yeah, I know. Fuck yeah. But the wheels go round and round, dude. That's fucking amazing. Actually, that would actually be, if I were to tell you to listen to like a white guy's song, a Beatles one, that was probably, that's a Lennon song, but it's not really a Beatles. That's John Lennon. So obviously,
good artist.
The dude was fucking talented. I don't give a fuck. You're white, black, Puerto Rican, Spanish. I don't give a fuck what you're at.
Imagine all the people. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Is there like a Hey Jude? There's like a movie with them and Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah. You're talking about Friday. Oh, I just seen that. I only seen that once. Where they forget about the Beatles or something. The whole world forgets about the Beatles, but the one dude.
It was about that story.
Yesterday.
Nowhere Boy.
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yep, I know what you mean. They had a movie. It came a couple years ago. That was actually a really fucking good idea, actually. Whoever made that movie. The movie wasn't all that great, but the concept was pretty fucking cool. Because, there was no... Dude, people really... See, I listen to all types of music, bro. Some of the greatest songs were made by black fucking singers. Sorry, they just were. Not all. I'm just saying, back in the day, there are some... Because my grandparents really raised me, and they were back in the day. We had everything. And they were Irish. And they used the wrong... Well, my grandma, she used the wrong word a lot. Not because she hated or disliked. It wasn't that. It was just because that's how they were brought up. You know what I mean? But she listened to the music. And
I like
everybody...
The Temptations.
Yeah, this is oldies. What's that?
The Temptations, they were pretty good. Like,
I was just thinking about them. Like, I was thinking of them. Temptations were good, but that's like a black group. But I didn't know, like, some of the people who, like, sitting down, like Otis Redding. Okay, dude, that dude, like, I learned a lot more. I even put that in some of my raplets. Like, I'll drop little nuggets of, like, like, I'll be like, I'm just sitting here near the bay or something, and then I'll throw out, like, something like, something more with a rhyme with Redding. I can't remember the rap, which one it was. Like, I'm giving him a shout out because, it was really somebody else's lyric. Some shit, I don't know. Like, jazz, you gotta remember,
rock music.
Elvis. What's that?
Jazz and rock music, that's some good genres, too.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's definitely, I could rock, I can take so much rock, I like rock, I'm kind of rock, heavy, extreme rock, you mean oldies kind of rock, or today? Well, today,
I would say the old classic, like...
Yeah, and some by black people, metal. Dude. You gotta remember, how old are you now? How old?
I'm 33. 33.
Yeah, alright. So I was gonna say, I know you're in your mid-30s, because there's like, I could tell. Just, I would have guessed 34 tops me, but I just hit 42 in October, but yeah, you can tell, like, I'm telling you now, when you're in your 40s, you're gonna be like singing it, so you're kind of lucky. You're lucky. I always think I'm lucky. Everybody goes, oh, it was 10 years too late or 10 years too early. But dude, the music that everybody refers to, it's like I said, Elvis. It's, dude, some of the greatest musicians were like black. And, the Beatles, who took the world by storm? The Beatles. As a band.
A good group.
The Beatles, yeah, of course the Beatles, yeah, they did. But they also know that, like, they worked with he was the piano player, he was a black piano player. Fucking freaking, that's bad. I just watched it too. It was the Get Back where they released footage like 50 years, and it was like hold out for 50 years before they released to the public. And it was on Disney. It's called Get Back, and this. I'm sorry, I'm apologizing for this guy because I should know this guy's name, but there's a black pianist came in and was like showing John Lennon shit and the Paul McCartney, and they were like, this fucking man got time, he's one of the greatest,
I'm going to listen to some Otis Redding.
What's that?
I want to listen to some Otis Redding.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he made a killer song, a couple killer songs. Just thinking, so many good songs out there, dude, that I was thinking, like, I can't believe they made these songs back in the day. I didn't know about these. Like, some of their singles, like, that you didn't hear about. Elton John, and that's not that old, but he made a song, I think I Want to Kill Myself. I didn't hear that until, like, recently. And I was like, when the fuck was this made? And now I know why it wasn't aired on the fucking, that's the name of the song. I think I Want to Kill Myself. It's fucking good titles, good lyrics, good beat, good everything.
I seen something on Netflix. Like it was talking about like rock music or like the origins, not just the origins, but like some of the groups and what they were talking about, what they stood for.
Oh, who Elton was talking about that? Or
it was something on Netflix that I seen, and talking about psychedelics and stuff and the protest music.
Oh, you're talking about the I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know exactly. You know what? Because they make more than just about psychedelics. It's like a how-to. They made a couple videos, right? I know what you're talking about.
It's so much. They talk about
that music.
What is his name? He was a popular musician. He would scream in his vocals sometimes.
Oh, Freddie Mercury, like from the.
He was popular. John I don't know if it was Cobain or something.
Cobain. I know who you're talking about. I wasn't like a big fan. Like I liked the music, but I wasn't like a fan of his. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good. I just didn't listen to it. It wasn't around me. I mean, I guess. Cobain, yeah. That's not really. Well, I guess it's classic. You know what's funny? Here's a statistic. I just actually. I don't know if it was me or I don't know. Maybe it's just me thinking about it. But I guess you're 33, so you were born what? 93?
1990.
Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, my bad. I put 3 years on, not off. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm the greatest with math. But anyway, back when we were growing up, we would say the oldies were the oldies. Remember, like, I was 82. So when I was like 8 to 15, they were the oldies station. Now, if you think about it, now, when we grew up back in the 90s and early 2000 with like Biggie, Tupac, they're the oldies to us now. And guess what? They're actually older than the songs that we were listening to that we called oldies. It's kind of weird if you think about it. It's like they weren't oldies at the time, because now today, dude, like Eminem.
Yeah, they call it old school hip hop.
Yeah. But the oldies itself, like the oldies, or I know what you mean. The old class.
Yeah, that's like 50s to like the 80s, I guess. Like
so 60s, 60, 70, 80. That's 30 years, and now Tupac and Biggie died. They 96 or whatever, right? 96.
Tupac
whatever.
Died, I think 96.
Yeah, so that's what now? That's 29. That's 29, 26, 20, almost 20. But today, 27 years ish, 26 and a half, 27 years. Whatever.
Yeah, they were young.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And Eminem was 1999. So that's 24 years. So I'm just thinking, compared to when I got 82, people were calling the oldies and classic rock classic. So I don't know. Like now they're the oldies. At this stage in the game, they're way the oldies. Now, what's the oldies? It's like, what's classic rock? Is it classical rock or classic?
Music goes deep.
I don't know. Fucking music, though. I know this is. We took a turn on it. Once you start talking about music, it's like you can never stop. That's why my
hole is like it goes deep. It's rooted.
Well, that's why I always said, when I made my show, dude, when you do your show, make sure if you want to leave politics and religion off the fucking table, dude.
Okay.
Get that, don't bring that shit up, because guaranteed you're never getting out, dude. It's like, So we're going to talk about mental health, how we grew up, and then you start talking about, once a music thing comes up, dude, fucking 2 hours later, it's like, you didn't hear this? You didn't hear that? No. I can't believe you didn't hear Dax. That's still blowing my fucking top.
Oh, yeah, like, I heard Dax. I heard some of the songs.
No, I mean, yeah, but you didn't, if I would have said, Dear God, like, if you heard what I'm talking, you would have been like, oh, yeah, I know exactly. Like, you would know the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I haven't, like, marinated on the lyrics, but, like, I'm sure I probably heard Dear God.
Dear God, well, that's what I'm saying. You would have. It would have been like something you would have listened to more than once.
Okay.
But definitely, like, I've already listened to that song. I think that was like my top genre. I think Dax was my most listened to artist. So, I think I listened because the songs are fucking long too. The first
I like his
two.
video edits.
Yeah, dude, they're so poorly done. You talking about the more professional ones or the ones that are poor, like the shit ones when he's walking in the street?
Like his video edits, like some of the visual what they call it, the
visual effects.
FX, yeah, the visual effects. Like some of the stuff that's in there is pretty cool. But he'll just be like rapping but his hand movements and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't see that. Like you see it, but they're trying to do it to make it look cool. He's doing it to just like whatever. Like, dude, I'm good at what I'm good at. Fuck it. Like it was like it makes sense. Like the first one of the video, it's like it's him in the sky, and he's like, "Hey, Blackie." Fucking love it. Know what I'm talking about now? Hey, Blackie. Like he's like,
check that out. I know, dude, some of the stuff like it's a lot of energy.
Oh, dude, you got to. I mean, dude, 20 minutes. The 10-minute one is fucking hot, but I never listened to that until that was my bad. That was just what I was shown first. And I remember I wasn't really. I didn't want to listen to no new rappers. I'm like, dude, I don't like anybody that everybody just fucking mumbles this or mumbles that. I didn't think everybody, but so I was like, I was in that avenue of like, all right, let me check some of the newer hip hop out today, see what they got against what I know. You know, because what you like might not be something I don't like. To each his own music, you know. But
it gotta sound good. It gotta be positive and not all the time, dude. But like I love sound and stuff.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. A beat, sometimes just the beat itself can make a song, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I said to you when I walked in. This was like a couple weeks ago, and I said, dude was telling me about one guy. Did you see Little? It's always Little this, by the way. See Little Box? Little fucking, little Sharpie? Little pen? Little knife? It's like, Jesus Christ, how many littles are there, dude?
Little Wayne, Little Boosie, little Baby.
Can't they figure out their own fucking names, dude? They gotta bite off. Oh my God, they're constantly taking other people. It's like,
Lil Pump.
There was like, okay, the only two littles that I was ever used to, this is me, and I guess it'd be the same for you, was like fucking Ludacris. I'm thinking Little Bow Wow. Fucking, what's Little Bow Wow? Oh my God. Remember Little Bow Wow? Little Bow Wow. Like that was the first Little, I think, and then I think it was, or was there somebody else?
Little Bow Wow. You just don't know. That was his name before Bow Wow.
Will Smith's son, right? And then he turned it around or some shit. And he's like, I'm not little anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Little Romeo.
Remember Will Smith's son? He was like, he was a rapper or some shit. He called himself Little Bow Wow. And he goes, I don't want to be called little anymore. So they just start calling him Bow Wow. I'm like, what a fucking retard, dude. I guess, I don't know, maybe he just felt like he didn't like being called little because he wasn't a kid anymore. Because he was getting referred to as a kid. I'm like
Mike went hard though. Like Mike.
Mike what?
Like Mike, that basketball movie.
Like Mike?
Yeah, like Mike. Back in 2001 or something.
Oh, dude, shit, man. You're making me... Oh, okay, you gotta say that. I'm like Mike, when the fuck... when that come out? Like, but yeah. Alright, wait, like Mike... Bow
Wow was in it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that's right. He was in it, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, the fuck's he talking? Like Mike. Yeah, I remember. That's what I was gonna say. He was like big. But I just remember it was like the funniest thing. Now there's so many littles, it's like... You guys all seem a little too fucking late, dude. Damn.
When I hear Little Peep, I think about those candies, like the Peeps. Like those yellow birds.
Dude, is there any of that? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how much you listen. Like, I didn't even listen to that dude. The first time I heard it was Eminem and Bobby. That dude Bobby, whatever Bobby, whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He made that. They were making fun of mama rappers and that. I didn't even know that until like I was listening to the verse because they were fucking doing it so quick, and I was like, what? What's he saying? Like I was getting it. I didn't know that whole thing was should know that a Homicide. That's it. Homicide made that with Eminem, but they weren't in it. But they were in it. You know what I mean? In the video, I mean itself.
I'm thinking because I have a cousin that's named like something. Someone was in the video like with a similar name as my cousin. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Was in the video or just similar name?
It was like a feature artist on Eminem. Like,
oh wow, no shit. That sounds good.
I get it confused. I don't know. It probably was that name.
That's my world, bro. I could sit here and be like, all right, we're going to talk about this, and then 10 to 4 hours later, we never even got on what I wanted to talk about.
Because Eminem, he got the Rush the 5'9". Like, they be rapping, like, they be going at it with it.
Who, you mean like they,
I like a song I'm trying to think of.
See, is it something newer?
It was an older song. Like he's.
Oh, shit. I mean, was he with the D12, the Dirty Dozen, or was it before that? I guess it was had to be after
Rush
that, right?
the 5'9" and Eminem.
Yeah, dude.
He was talking about Nicki Minaj and like he's talking about money's like the Navy. He's like the Brady's.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the song, dude. I don't know half the name of the fucking songs, dude. The songs I like the newer stuff.
Eminem Collapse.
Yeah, what's that? Till I Collapse.
Yeah, Till I Collapse. That song went hard with Eminem.
Oh yeah, that shit was the shit. I always that was back before he was like. That was when he was doing drugs and shit. The match like he was. I mean. He got the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, dude. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that's an achievement, I guess, dude. Cause like
the way he put words together is insane, man.
It is, dude. It is, dude. That's what I was saying when I'm doing raplets. I'm like, I know I'm not no Eminem. Like, dude, I wish I could do it. The computer thing doesn't do it justice. And I'm looking for better ones, by the way. Like, I actually found better, with the new AI technology. So when I do these next raplets you'll be hearing, I gotta do them, they're actually gonna sound better than just be like, today I woke up and then I went to. It just sounds like that, you know? It's just too computer-ish. It's like,
So what app you use for that?
It's Audio Lab Pro, dude. It's text-to-speech, and then all you do, you don't want to, like, you could pick women, you could pick, I only did a couple, like, Johnny English. And he goes, Johnny English here. And then, like, he does a raplet, but he does it he's kind of making fun of, like, America. I don't know. So it's like, I'm like this is my third person. But it's me, but, everything that you hear, like, jokingly is me. Like, it's like I'll do the 911 skits and shit, dude. But that shit's not original to me, because I grew up with the Jerky Boys. I don't know if you know who they are, but, Jerky Boys were like, where you got the tapes and cassette tapes, and they would call up and prank call people. But I do a different version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The better one. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that I didn't even have Audio Lab Pro when I first started doing those. But then when I had Audio Lab Pro, I can do it continuously. So I could before I had to do whatever. I had to do my first, whatever the fuck. So basically, I was doing one side of the voice, and I didn't have most of this written down. It was all off the top of my head. Some of them were shit. Some of them people were laughing their asses off. And it's like, all right, cool. I guess that was funny. Like, I can't think of it. I think the first one was like Just a Bad Day. That's the name of the episode. Just a Bad Day. And that's when I
a great comedian.
I was a comedian.
You are.
I was. I'm not. I guess I still am. I don't know, man. Like if I'm not in front of anybody, it's hard. It's hard to be like funny, dude. If I'm trying to be, like. Yeah.
I want to get into that field because it's something new to me because I never got into comedy, but sometimes I make funny stuff like when I'm high.
Dude, you literally just said the fucking words. That sentence alone, right there, just made some of the best shit in the world. I make some funny shit when I'm high, or some of the greatest shit in the world has been invented because you're just high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Dude, man, it's fucking... What it is comedy, dude. Like, I was lucky with, like, George Carlin, man. Like, that was my fucking guy, dude. You know, George Carlin is, right, passed in 2000, some shit, 16, whatever. 16, whatever, 14, 16, I don't know. But that dude, man, the funniest dude on earth. And if you have an open-minded type of guy like you, I kind of tell you are, go listen to his shit. I'm not talking about, like Jammin' in New York was as funny as shit, but because he wasn't really a comedian per se, he was actually more of a philosopher. That motherfucker was, and I was like, damn, dude. And I had so much. I was in commonalities with so much in common with him, and I didn't know that until like a year ago. The shit that he did to make things fun, like he didn't write things down. He would just write like something on a napkin or on a piece of paper, and then he would just know the rest to it. Like, that's what I do, you know? That's how I work. You like to write, like you might like to write, like you, I'm not saying you personally, whoever's listening might like to write everything down. Like a writer, like a writer for a skit. Some of the best comedy in the world is improv, dude. But you have any favorite comedians? Like, I'm obviously
Dave Chappelle, Paul Mooney.
Yeah, I know you were gonna say Chappelle. Chappelle's a fucking goat, dude. He's a listen. Two people, Chappelle, Carl. That's it. They were my two favorites. I mean, Seinfeld once in a while, but Chappelle fucking is the best, dude. That's a good example, by the way. I should just say that. You just helped me out. Sorry there.
Cat Williams, he say something every line that's funny. The way he talks. Cat Williams, like they'll have like snippets on lines.
I can only take so much of him. You feel the same way?
I feel like every line that he says, and like I'll just be sitting, just laughing, like watching Netflix.
Like, he's screaming it sounds like he's screaming about it. Like, what the fuck? Like he's screaming, like it sounds like he's always like screaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's funny. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I can only take Cat Williams. Yeah. He's funny. First of all, he looks funny. He looks like he's gonna be like.
He got the impression.
He looks like he's gonna come up and just be like tapping a fucking cane on the fucking cement and be like, "Where's my money at, bitch?" You know, and screaming. He was funny. I should have said. There's only so much I could take of so much comics, is what I meant.
Cat Williams, I like Chris Tucker too. He's good.
You like Chris Tucker too? See, you definitely born in the 90s. See, Chris Tucker was funny to me.
The 90s, his 90s stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about movie. Like, he tried stand up, and I was like, that's good. But dude, when you grow up next to like, it's like I said, this is like before Chappelle, Carlin. You know what I mean? It's really hard to top him. The only two people that came close in my time, and it was, well, not Seinfeld was different. I'm talking about his style. Was definitely fucking Murphy, dude. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want to get older than that, dude, we're going to go Richard Pryor. But the two I was thinking was Murphy and before Chappelle was, what's his name? I don't know. Yeah, it was Murphy and somebody else. I can't think of his name.
I don't find Kevin Hart that funny.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like Kevin Hart, like, don't get me wrong, he can be funny, but it's like he's hot and cold. Is that? I don't know.
Yeah, the movies are better. I like the movies.
His movies are getting worse. I don't know. No, his movies are alright. I'm not. The dude's like, I guess he works a lot. Like, he's like, you know, maybe he's always has to be doing something. I know Mark Wahlberg's like that. Kevin Hart's like that. They're always doing something, you know? And that's what got them, you know, the way they were, you know? Like, that's why he is who he is. Like, Kevin Hart is in with Chappelle, and then he's not in the talk of, like, greatest of all time, but I don't know, man. He was funnier, like, he's not that funny. I don't know. Do you think he's funny?
Who, Kevin Hart?
Like compared to 10 years ago. Like, all right, let's go 10, 12. I'd say more than 10 years ago, Kevin Hart was funnier. It seemed like he getting less funnier.
The first time I heard about him and when I seen him was on that scary movie or whatnot with Anderson.
Oh God, damn! I remember that. I was just thinking about that too the other day.
When he was jumping on top of Anderson, he was like, "You good, man? You good, man?"
And it was 8 Mile too. He was funny in that.
He was like, "You can't go to sleep, bed dead." I forgot how he said it.
Yeah. That's his early shit though. Yeah, I remember all that. It was funny. That, and I was like thinking, I always forget that he played he was in 8 Mile. He was the little guy. He was just funny being little. But then he did the comic shit, which I thought was like good. And then like, there's just some comics that they don't have that longevity. He still does it. Fuck else just did a special. And then there's a lot of that one white guy with no shirt on, dude. Like, I don't know why people like him, dude. I just, first of all, put a fucking shirt on, but I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? He's the only fucking actor who doesn't wear a shirt. He's fat as fuck. He is. He's a white actor. And he's popular, dude. He's really popular, but who do you think he's popular? I'm not going to say just white people. He's popular with a lot of, like, fucking hillbilly hicks. No. I'm talking about the comic. That he's a comic. He actually another one. I'm talking about Netflix. Jesus Christ, paying us money for fucking talking about them so much. But he just did like a movie or special on there. I don't know, is the Bear or some shit. I forget his name.
I don't know.
He's the only comic that does his show when he does his stand-up specials without a shirt on.
Without a shirt. I got to tune more in.
That's enough. Like, yeah, and I try to listen to it. I'm like, it's like, dude, you gotta, like, you could be in the best moods and be like, I could be there. And just be surprised, like, all right, is there going to be a really funny comment coming out to everybody else? I'm like, not me.
I listen to most of the music all the time. Like, I've unplugged so much from TV and stuff, so I got to tune more in. I got to be more in the know.
Yeah, so you're lucky. That's why I said you're lucky that you didn't grow up too late. Like, these kids today do. Like, you could say that because you're not like a kid anymore, but you really don't start growing up, and this is me personally, as a male adult, until like you start hitting that 35 area. You start to notice things. I don't know what it is, but it seems like this is a commonality because it's not like just my statistic. I just wanted to know what that was, and I just started asking some guys I know, and then I was like, I Googled certain things and facts, and I'm like, yeah, 35 is a statistical area. Like, to not grow up, like, with responsibilities, not that type of things. Like, where you really start to see the world differently. Mm-hmm. So you're almost there. But you're lucky, though, because you had to learn some shit on your own. You didn't, I guess you grew up, what, 90? Yeah, so you didn't have, like, the phone when you were 10. You didn't have a cell phone in your hand. You know what I mean?
It wasn't until I was like 19 or 18.
Yeah, exactly. 18. Kids are getting phones like 6 years old. Oh, yeah, he has his private phone. You know, he only uses it for us. Fucking, you know.
Yeah.
How to build a Lego bomb. Like, there's... like, would you give your kid a device that tells them everything about the world at like 11? Think about it. Yeah. Here's a thing that tells you everything. It'll even tell you what we can and cannot do. What's real and what's not real. There's no Santa Claus out there. Spoiler alert. I don't know. So that's why I don't... Yeah. But see, that's being the comedian side of me. Like, I always wanted to do a special. I've been talking about it. Yeah. And then yeah, dude, I kept saying and I don't really say promise too lightly. And I'm like... Yeah, I'm getting the special together, and I did have one. I'm like, how am I going to do it on a podcast, dude? Like, by myself, obviously. So, but then I was like, I could do the Riverside and just have the audience, and then I could do it live, just put like, you know, and dude, comics can't work. Like, dude, I got to see people. I got to see their reaction. It's like we were talking about the phones out. This all kicked off, you know? It's just, you got to see that reaction, dude. Hearing it is one thing, but you could feel it. You know, what works, what doesn't work. Yeah, I crossed the line a lot.
If I can learn about like doing a set of the structure of how to do these things and write some jokes. Like I wouldn't write all the time or like write the whole structure and go off of that. Like, but
did you ever do anything funny? Like, did you ever do a skit or a bit, or like, have you ever done any of that on? Because I haven't seen any of your shows, or I haven't.
I haven't. Sometimes I got humor on my podcast, but like it's not.
Well, I mean, that's
like
dude, you're a fucking human being. And you're gonna have some humor, I hope. Some people like, today it was a very, very hot day. I tied my shoelaces. Like, that's not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not. I don't know.
Yeah, those moments at times, like especially when I'm connecting with certain people, like that's like they'll bring it out in me, like.
Yeah, dude. Here you can let loose, bro. People were like, I remember when I brought Justin on. He's in the group, and he's not big into cursing. He doesn't curse. So like when I was on his show, I was being respectful as I can. I'm like, dude, you're just gonna have to fucking edit. Like, and then he doesn't edit. So like I really did try not to curse, but that's just the way he is. And and some people, like if I was on your show, we were on YouTube, like maybe that's not the way you like to handle your show. And I wouldn't do that though. Not on YouTube is different. When you're doing a podcast, dude, you should be able to handle yourself how you see fit in that moment. Like you were saying, I guarantee you when you have somebody who brings out that comic side of you, maybe you do, maybe you have a funny side. You got a talent for writing, you said, right?
Yeah, I love writing.
And I don't think I could write a joke, dude. Like write one down? No. I don't know.
If it comes to you,
I mean,
you pin it down.
No.
If it comes to you.
I can write a note down. Like if I thought of something that was funny to do with I'll do an old one. It's not a joke. It's really, I'm like, phone, like this is here. I'm like, okay, remember this. Phone, cell phone fall. That was it. That's all I had to write. I knew the whole joke. I didn't need to write nothing else. I just had to remember that. Mm-hmm. So the joke, I'm not getting the whole thing, but the joke was like how do people react? Do you ever see how people react when they drop their cell phone? You know, like you drop a kid, it's like, oh, you okay? You bend over, take your time, look at everything. Drop your cell phone, they like going any faster to the ground to get the phone is going to make it any more fixed. Right, it's not going to make it. It's either broke or it's not this broke. It's like, yeah,
you're hoping that it's not.
Yeah, but I'm not saying, yeah, right. But you ever see anybody drop a phone? How fast they pick that shit up?
Oh yeah.
But they drop a piece of fucking, like, I don't know, let's say a receipt falls out. They just look back. They're like, oh, it's too far away. It's too far away. Just litter our fucking planet, dude. It's too far away. And hit that limit.
Yeah, the phone, that's like a big baby to them. That's that phone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. And the funny irony is like we treat our phones, dude. If you go out, really, I'm glad I'm not like this. Only when I'm doing editing. My phone, I fucking have it flipped over. People call me for days, dude. I don't even know about it unless I'm looking at the phone. I can't stand the phone, dude. Everybody's
I don't like those rings all the time, like notifications, like
what are you talking about? Just
ring, like when people call, like from different locations and stuff that I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I had like 2 of them during the show, dude, that I just literally just were like, decline. I don't know. But no, I had the scam blocker thingy on or whatever. So, like, I don't know have you gone out, like, what do you think? I got a good ending for us because we already, this is the second part of the show for some reason. It says 47 minutes, but I think the other one was only like 30 something or 40. I don't know. It got cut off for some reason. But what was I going to say? For the final end of this show, if you will, what do you think about like the world and its ending? And I believe we have 125 years left. I mean, give or take a year, but because I said this 10 years ago, so it was $1.35. Now I'm down to 125. So like, what do you think? Do you have any thoughts on the whole world dying and shit? Because like there's signs of it all over the place.
Yeah, not just the global warming, but
Right.
in religion.
Well, yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say I won't say religion because there's a thing called eschatology, and they talk about the end of time and what it would be like.
No, I'm just asking you could talk. I don't give a shit. You talk about religion all you want, dude.
Yeah.
People just believe in stupid shit, dude. Like it's. I'm not saying what they're believing.
Yeah. The world could end.
Are you a religious person?
No. I'm not that into religion. Like I try to understand.
You're not that into it's. Well, either you are or you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're not one of those
just a little bit into Hinduism.
Oh, Hinduism.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow in my dharma.
Well, that's wait. You gotta remember, I'm gonna say meditation. I think that's a great thing. Like, I think meditation is it's a definitely great stress reliever. But God-wise, do you believe? Like, there's over 3,000 religions, right?
Yeah, that's so many
in that area.
Since the beginning.
Somebody has to be wrong. Is what I'm saying.
It's mostly, I think it's like peace for people. Like, but I know like some religions they go edit at each other and stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's what I was gonna say earlier. I totally was like, I hope I don't miss this, but I was gonna say like Dave, the flat earther guy versus the science guy. That's how I look at religion. It's the same thing. It's like, this guy's name's Dave. He's a flat earther, and they had a debate. I just luckily seen this on YouTube, and I was laughing my ass off.
Flat Earth.
Did you ever heard this? Flat Earth shit, right? You've heard some of that, right?
Yeah, I heard some of it.
Right, some. If you ever just go look up Dave the Flat Earth debate or whatever, dude. I don't know. He's a flat earther. He goes up against a scientist, and. Dude, I'm laughing it's like, it's not even supposed to be funny, dude, because the scientist is pissed because, and I agree, I'm like, he has to deal with this shit all the time. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's like with religion too, it's the same thing. It's like, I'm not saying there's not a God. I believe in something. There could be multiple deities, dude. There could be multiple, gods. I just don't see God creating the world by himself or the universe, because I believe the universe stays balanced for a reason. And do you just see some deity standing over there? It's just like, I'll do this today. Like, I just don't see it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, who are people to say that, like, in man-made words, in man-made religions or whatnot, like, who are them to say, like, because we're born, we don't even know these words and stuff, and then we're taught all these things. Like, it's more. It's crazy too. Externally.
Yeah, like, and like I said, comes with the Carlin. This is why I don't base everything, but he was a philosopher. He said, like, how did this is my own thing, but I'm saying I got this kind of based off listening. It's like, if. It's like a story, dude. That's why it's called The Good Book. I've said this many times.
I've seen that.
It's called a good book because it's the good book. It was a good book back in those days, and that's why it's in the
like solar mythology. Was it like something about solar mythology?
What's that?
This guy that was talking about like Christianity and how it was related to solar mythology.
Solar mythology. It's the first time I heard those two words put together.
In terms of like
I
astrology.
Actually study astronomy. What's that?
In terms of like astrology, like they said like solar mythology.
Astrology or astronomy? Astronomy?
Astrology.
Okay. I'm not a big astrology believer. But I don't know why people believe in that. I believe in the universe balancing out, but I guess that's as far as I go. Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I don't know. Wait. Were you? I'm sorry. I might have just cut you off there. But were you saying that's what it's semi about, or that's what it is about? I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was a guy on YouTube.
Okay.
I think he died. He was talking about how it was created, the book and stuff, and like how it deals with astrology, like with Julius Caesar being July, and and the scorpion bites.
He was like a connect the dots guy. I got
Jesus
you.
Christ,
No, I
JC.
understand. Yeah. So wait. He said Julius Caesar. Go ahead, keep going. That was actually good. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
like the seasons and stuff, like the 4 Gospels, the 4 seasons.
Every time you say the 4 seasons, I'm like dun 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 dun.
And then like the 12-step program, like the 12 hours in a day, and then Jesus dies in the night and stuff, like the 12-step program. Like,
is he trying to say we made this up?
Yeah, the 12 months. The 12
Dude,
months.
We did, though. See, that here's the thing. I don't understand. Anybody who's out there, what you're saying right now makes absolute sense. Even this guy, I don't know. And guess what? He knows the truth. Not right now either, but that's a whole nother story. But yes, we did make it up.
He was talking about, like in December when the sun dies, SONSUN, like it dies in the wintertime, and then it resurrects at Easter, like the seasons and stuff.
Yeah, so he's the connect. Okay, well, all right. I don't know what the fuck they're called. You know how people say conspiracy theories. Well,
like the
there's a lot of terms.
Like they say, like if Jesus
he's
was
a connect
Leo,
the dot guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
You know, like everything connects up. Like what I'm saying, not that what he's saying is
like an adoration for the sun, like it was astrology.
I would have to look. I honestly, dude, I want to check that out.
I'm gonna have to find the link. I'm gonna have to find the link on it.
You can send it, but I'm saying if you just know, I just write it down so I can remember. People say, you know how hard it is for me to be like, yo, like in real life, follow me on you fucking Spotify. Oh yeah, I got you. Dude, it's too much for them, dude. They gotta hit like 4 buttons, dude. That's way too much work.
Because Julius Caesar, like, there was a lot of stuff happening back then. Like, they was crucifying people. The Pope was burning people.
The Pope was burning people.
Yeah, they set somebody on fire, like, if they didn't believe.
Still like, if burning people. Like, yeah. So, wait a minute. Do you know any? Just give me a tag. So, astrology, obviously, was one. Astrology and...
solar mythology.
So solar mythology. Okay, that's all I need. I'll find it. And you don't remember the guy's name, do you?
No, I don't. I'll probably have to ask her to look it up. Like,
well, go to your history link, and if you find it in your history, well, I don't know when was the last time you were watching it, because I've never heard it. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
but it doesn't put nothing. It's not gonna, fucking, and it surprised me any. But he has to be looking shit up before their time, or is he saying
the symbolism, the symbolism in like the ancient times and stuff?
Yeah, but it's. I'm trying to think. I'm not saying but anything. What you're saying, yeah, I'm saying yeah, but there's ancient times, and I'm thinking there was buildings that. All right, see, a lot of people don't get this, and I don't know if you probably have thought about. Everybody has these questions like why, or like how long, or maybe this, or maybe that. Let me give you fucking straight facts that cannot be ignored and is like in front of you. If, and I'm saying this is a big if the Earth has been around for 4.6 billion years, okay? We don't know that for 100% sure. We're just guesstimating this. We don't even know how suns are formed. It's an estimation. It's an estimation. That's it. So, look how many years since you've been around. You've been around 33. I've been up 42.
Yeah.
We, as a human civilization, we've been going at it with like industrial, 200, 300 years. So maybe 300,000 years in total. I'm just guessing we know of. That's 300,000. That's it. So we've been around. Let's say there could have been an advanced civilization here 3 billion years ago or whatever, or 4 billion years ago. And maybe something happened like a fucking meteor or something. I mean, how the fuck did they build all that shit? It's like, it's like we don't know, and the mainstream scientists will tell you, at the end of the day, it's like I don't know. It's like that's the answer to everything, though. I don't know.
It's wild that they know the estimate of how old stars are just based off of what's on them.
Like, well, yeah, actually, I see. That's where my specialty comes in. Astronomy.
They got like some technology.
Do you know?
They got like different. Like I've researched about the galaxy. Like what is it?
Oh wow.
The Milky Way galaxy. Like if you look up on Wikipedia the Milky Way galaxy and you start reading all the stuff, you'll see that they talk about the stars. Like some stars shine brighter than other stars, and like the local galaxies that's nearby this galaxy, and how
it's called the local cluster. This, I honestly don't talk about this. I was supposed to. I never really got into too many.
They know some stuff.
Space stuff.
They know some things.
Yeah, no. I studied it my whole life. Since I was 9 years old, I've been studying astronomy. So, like, I don't have a degree, but it just interests me. Like, space interests me so much that I was like, cause I don't know. I need to know. I want to know. I need to know right now. It's like when I watch a movie and it's a plot. It's like I start putting everything together, and 99% I'm right about it. It sucks, but it's just the way it is. It's the way my brain works. So when you're looking this up, and you said you're looking up the local galaxies, the local cluster, you're saying you didn't know about this?
No, I recently just read about how there's 5 galaxies, and then some of these galaxies collide and stuff. But there's there's some galaxies that's nearby this galaxy, and then at night, in certain areas of the world, you can see the Milky Way, in at certain times.
Andromeda, and you can see, dude. You can see Betelgeuse. It's about the only thing you can fucking probably see. Wait,
because all the light, exposure.
It's the one thing I haven't had a chance to do is what you're talking about. I wanted to do that, but
let's go
to one of the dark places. Yeah, because I want to see that. I want to see those fucking. I want to see. You can actually see the Andromeda.
You can see the Milky Way too. But in certain areas of the world, but with all the light leakage and stuff that all these lights that we have outside at night, it's hard to see all that.
Human.
It got to be a certain. It got to be dark.
Well, you were saying about the sun and the stars and the light, and they do it by points. By the way, this is how they determine how old they are. There's up to 7. Then it was there's certain point system 0.1, 0. That's how they do the points. It's just by the redshift. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I can tell you this is all fact. If I don't know if it's fact, I won't say it. I'll say I'm not 100% sure, but it's still funny how we don't know. We don't know. We really don't know.
They can see different images too, the heat of it. They got different things visions that they can night vision, but all types of different things they can see.
Yeah. X-ray, UV, everything. They got that's on the James Webb, dude. That was fucking, oh man, when they released that, it's that was I stared at that probably. I'm one of those people, I would look at that picture for a hot minute.
It's certain elements, if you look in certain parts of the earth, if you look in the ice and you can dig something up ice fishing or something, and you could pull up a dinosaur or some type of some old stuff from back in the day, they can estimate how old it is. So the same thing with stars, if they got certain gases on there, from back in the day when it was really hot.
The only thing we know about stars, even our own, we don't know how they were made, and we don't know what happens exactly. We have an idea about the nova because we can see that, but we never seen it form. We don't know how black holes are made. We don't know that they're directly made from stars. That's our going theory, because we just haven't seen it. We haven't been around long enough to witness that. So we don't know how stars are made, which is one, even though that we know, this is when I say we, it means scientists so far. Every time you blink, I think it's in a blink, 5,000 stars are born, and then are dead too, or some shit.
The sun light it, when the sun is so bright, it can make the stars almost like a Wi-Fi. They could be brighter, some are brighter than others.
Oh yeah, dude. It's imagine being on the Andromeda. I keep saying Andromeda. I'm thinking because they're talking about renaming it. It was that's a weird name. Andromeda. I can't say it today. Andromeda. Oh my god, it's one of those days where you just can't say that word. It's I do it all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the Andromeda galaxy. But yeah, imagine being on, let's say, if you really think because I'm not going to say the person because I know the person in real life, but they don't believe, they believe that we're the only people. That's it. There's no other species on, you just recently are finding out about the galaxies and all that. I'm like, do you know, like, I asked this person, I'm not going to say he or she, but I'm saying, you know what's out there? Like, do you have any idea the distances?
Yeah, it's
people
mass.
Just don't know.
Light years. Like the space, the distance of these places.
I'm just saying that galaxy has up to 100 trillion stars, and you're telling me that each star can carry, you know, anywhere from 2 to fucking 8 rocks around it. So, like, you do, like, mathematically, with now you know yourself that you know how much is out there. Most people don't even know this common information, you know, or that YouTube. Like, I watch YouTube, I'm all caught up. Like, no, there's way more than that. But, I mean, the math, if you just, like, the possibilities, if I were to say were you, this is life or death, or if you were to bet, like, you know, what would it be? Would you think there's other species? I'm not saying people like us. I'm just saying exactly. There might be, you never know, I don't know, but what do you think personally? You think there's other civilizations out there somewhere that are just not advanced to see us because we're very fucking small?
Yeah, I believe there's other life forms like
life forms meaning
in other star systems. Even in
I'm
this,
talking about not life forms. I said not life forms. Yeah, like species like us, but not. You know what I mean?
Like
humanoid, we're the only species on this planet with a brain that can work out fucking. There's no other species that can work out fucking really equations and shit. Except maybe a chimp or something. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Yeah, like humans, but not humans. You know what I mean? Not like us. They don't have to look like us.
I wish,
like a movie type of thing.
Yeah, I wish they had full disclosure, like the governments, like if they knew, like, but they wouldn't share all this stuff if they knew it.
Yeah,
like what they do out of space.
No, what? Yeah, if the government knew, yeah. I'm just saying. So do you think I was gonna say you believe, God?
Yeah, I believe they got other. Because if you think about it, Earth is an organism. They got like octopuses is like from a different planet or something.
Okay, let me get this done. Talking to him. You gotta shut the door. Sorry about that.
Okay.
What did you say about the Earth? I missed that last part.
Yeah, the Earth is an organism, and like,
right,
that's like everything starts with a cell or whatnot. Like, so they gotta have other life forms on other planets, like especially these super exoplanets, like with water.
Here's a question I give, and now I just had to remember your background real quick, and this is going to tie into this, because when I mean your background, I mean like that you just started getting into meditation and shit, right, and all that.
I've been meditating for a while, like probably 4 years.
Even better. That's even better. So this is a question I ask. I've only asked this question maybe, one other person, and he got it like, it's not a right or wrong thing. It's like he got exactly what I would think, basically. It's not saying that your thinking is any different. I just like to know, and this is something I just came up with, and I was like, so I want to stand you, like, me and you were standing there, and we're looking at a forest. It's a lot of forest. Now, I'll just give you something. There's not a right or wrong thing. We're looking at a big-ass forest, and we're connected. You know how you just said Earth is an organism and all that. Mm-hmm. And you see all these fucking trees and everything, and there's no animals out there to be, so you don't have to worry about that. You're just seeing a big forest. Like, what's running through your mind? I mean, there's nothing chasing us. I'm just saying, we're just standing there. What's going to be running through your mind?
It could be peaceful. It could be peaceful. It could be tranquil. The scenery.
Right. So I mean, like, when you look at the forest, what do you see as far as like life? Besides the trees, obviously are life, but what do you see?
It's very meditative because you can go into a trance state of mind, like when, like in a peaceful state, like when everything is safe and whatnot, and like being in the forest is like
not in a forest. Like, you're not standing alone. Like, you're at the precipice of, and you get to see this luxury, like this beautiful, untouched. You know, like the beautiful trees, and like that's what you see.
It'll be peaceful too.
You see in your head, like anything.
Huh?
does any image, like, what do you see, like, in your head, though? Like, what do you see when you're looking at the trees? I mean, obviously you see trees, but there's what in it's something deeper. Like, what do you see is what I'm asking.
I see the whole universe.
That's a good answer. That's kind of what I'm getting at. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that don't get it. My answer was, you kind of answered it already in a way, because you said the Earth is like a living thing. When I first thought of this, it's a thought experiment. You can make up your own. This is just mine. I just made mine up. And you just said you just saw the whole universe. It was actually probably a better answer than mine. But my answer was, I see the roots and the trees and everything's connected. We're all connected.
Yeah.
So basically, you just answered my question better than I did on a bigger scale. The only one other person I talked to who's been on the show is anybody that I've asked. I haven't asked that a lot.
I had that same concept. I had that same concept. Yeah. Like when I was cutting grass.
Yeah, right. So when you ask somebody something like that, you got to come up with something that matches your, I guess your enigma, whatever. But you said you were cutting grass and you had thoughts and you were thinking about.
Yeah, I was on a giant deere, and like there was like a lot of trees in this lady's yard, and like it's a big yard. I usually get like 75 when I was cutting her grass, and that like it was so meditative. Like I cut the whole yard, and then I was cutting by the trees. It was just nothing but trees, and like I seen like dragonflies and whatnot. Like everything, it felt connected. Like
connected.
I felt
but
the same thing.
You said the universe, which is fucking, honestly, you just blow me out of the water. So now I might steal that answer. So do you understand? Now, just think about how that little saying and meaning, you said connected, and you seen what? Flowers, all these bugs, and everything's connected. It is. We're connected.
Even though I was by myself, I didn't feel alone. Like we're all in everything. We're all in the same boat, in the same universe.
Yeah, and you're talking about a different kind of aloneness too. You're not, even though you were alone. We're talking about
it was peace because I was. Yeah.
Then why do you think though? Why? I've never asked a follow up, but why do you think that is? Because I already know, but I kind of already said it. Why do you think we're connected? Why do you think we're connected? Well, we are connected, but like I guess I already said it, and I fucked it up. I was gonna say the follow up question is, why do you think that? Why do you think the universe? But yeah.
Why do you think we're in the universe and experiencing this out?
No. Dude, I battle that fucking demon all the time. Dude, that bothers me. It really does. I don't know why.
It's unique.
What's that?
It's unique to think, like, it's amazing, like, when we're aware about, like...
Yes.
Like, we're born into an awesome world.
Right, dude. And we got people who are like, oh my god, I'm in a fucking floating can, and I paid $100,000 a ticket to go on the submarine, and what happened? And we're all looking at the TV worrying about people we never met, and they don't give a fuck about us. But you know what I mean? But, oh, don't worry, we're just fucking taking down more. Like, I'm not a tree hugger per se, but I don't need to hug a tree to fucking say that I care about the planet I live on.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's just the world. So you got a taste of like what it was, you know? It's like
different experiences.
I don't know. It's just before cell phones and all that. Like we were doing damage to this planet for a while, dude. But it's look how fast, dude. When I was growing up so I remember there was 4.6 billion people on the Earth. I was about what, 12? So in my head, I was actually older. And I was actually like 12 to 18. It was about 4, and then went to 4.6. So in a span of 20 years, we went up 4 billion people. Now we're saying by the year 2100, there's only going to be 12 billion. It's going to be 12 billion people.
Whoa.
10 to 12 billion. And I'm like, the math don't add up though. It just doesn't add up. So I don't see how that is. How can it go from 4 billion people to 8 billion people on this world? You know what I mean? In 20 years. But now you're saying by the year 2100 there'll be around 10 billion. What are we doing? Are we killing a couple billion people in the meantime? Like, I don't know. We're fucking this. That's the whole end of that. Is what I'm saying. Is like you've seen exactly what a lot of people really don't see. It's like everything's connected. We only have this one rock. It's like, I don't know. I'm glad that you like the space stuff, man. I can talk and...
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Dude, waiting to like... Because you're like... I don't know, you just started getting into the astronomy part, right?
Yeah, I read, like... That was an article about the Milky Way, like, I think that was a Wikipedia or something. But I want to learn more, because, like, I'm not talking about the common stuff where everybody knows stuff. I mean, there's like the YouTube it's its own school nowadays, but it's like, yeah, it's if you want to do it, I'll give you one that I only probably told one other person this with the best. How there's like so many space channels out there. There's always like space this or something with space, and it's always the same loop and shit. They loop. It's like on loops, and they just talk, and it's just like, what are we talking about again? Like, you should write this. It's on, I don't know, fucking link it or whatever. Write it down. It's called Melody Sheep. My favorite space thing. It's actually the one channel that I'll like wait. Like, they'll put trailers out before they put one of their, What's it called?
It's called Melody. It's been around for a while, but it didn't start getting big until a couple years ago. Melody Sheep. Like melody sheep, like a sheep and melody sheep, and I don't think that's what it was always about. And then they just went into space stuff, and the graphics fucking just so. That's why it takes them a while. But before they even got really big into that, and they did two of these. They did like what will happen when the universe dies. The one was like kind of crappy. So I guess they redid it in 2019. That's the better one. That one is like the best. Like, that's when they started really blowing up, and I probably shared that with everybody. It's like 30 minutes long, but it's like the best 30 minutes that you'll ever watch, dude, because it's like everything that we know of, and they even say it in the show. They get to the point where even we don't know what could possibly happen at this point in time. And we're not talking about a couple 100 million years or billion years. Way, way more long than that. So, and, they get in, it's like it's a clock moving on the bottom really quickly. So, it tells you, it's Melody Sheep. I don't know. Just look it up. But like I said, look at the 2019 one, because they made two of them, and then they started making like I don't know why I put this on my show, but it's not the title of the show. It's the Jimmy James Show A to Z or whatever with the slash. But at the bottom, I always have Life and Beyond, because I wanted to get in this shit about life and more. That was the whole point of that. So obviously, they actually have a series called Life and Beyond, and they did chapter 1, 2, and 3. I think they did 3 chapters now.
Let me check it out.
And they even did one that was like really quick. It was like 2 minutes. It's called In the Blink of an Eye. That's where I told you about the stars dying. So if you want to find it quick, just look up Melody, or I don't know how you could say it in your remote or whatever. In a Blink of an Eye or whatever. But they have that one. The reason why I'm saying to make sure you look at the one that goes like in time in the future, because they made 2 of them, and people were like, I said it a couple of times, they must have watched the wrong one, because they were like, that wasn't that good. I'm like, what, dude? Everybody I've told that said that was great. There's only like 2 people, but yeah, I get people's feedback on that. I think Melody Sheep is the best space thing out there, because they really go into concept and detail, like a what if, and what if there's aliens out there? What would they look like? And they really, really have good. If you have a good graphic TV or something like 4K UHD, like, you'll get it.
Yeah, they had another show. I think it was called Life After Night or something, like with the animals and the fish. Life.
Oh yeah, that was on Netflix. Was that on Netflix? Yeah, it was with the animal. I seen that. Life after night. Yeah, after the sun goes down.
Yeah, they talk about the sharks. They talk about the sharks. They talk about how the fish turn different colors, and then some of some of the plant life that's in the ocean, like if they're not eating the plankton or whatnot, they'll eat each other. They'll fight out like the plants, the plants that's underwater, the ones that move.
That was like basically, Michael, like that's what's gonna happen, dude. Well, like, since you've been born, and I've been born, I think 60 or 70% of what species have died off forever. We're getting there, dude. People don't understand that we only have a little bit of time. We don't have that much in universe time theories. That's why I was saying you should watch this about how far into the future, and then then get into the other stuff, because then you're like, you have an idea of what time really is. It's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Time is, I mean, you can believe in time or not. I mean, there's space-time, and then there's what happens when there is no more time. You know, it's like the best minds in the world really can't answer that. It's just fucking, it's like...
They're always estimating.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing about, that's why I always was like, I'm down with this Melody Sheep channel, is like, because they're like, honest, they tell it how it is, and even they get the people who, there's not like one narrator in this one, there's like a couple different, you know, as it moves progressive, and then you're looking at the time on the bottom, and I don't want to spoil anything, but you're just like, I don't even know that number, dude. Like, that number down there is like, what? You know, it's like 2020, it says 2019, and then 2020, 2021, and then it just keeps going.
You know, some of the scientists back in the day, they had it wrong, like Galileo and Sir Isaac Newton and all of them. Yeah. Like, they might have had something wrong, and then like years later, another scientist come out, and then they'll be like, this was wrong about space or whatnot.
Oh yeah. Well, we're still figuring that out to today with the James Webb, dude. That's what I was saying. We're wrong about. Okay, people. I actually haven't talked about this. The Big Bang Theory. I'm not saying the big. First of all, if you don't know this, there wasn't a Big Bang. They always love to say that, the scientists. Really wasn't a Big Bang. It was coined that way. But the thing is you see a lot of videos saying the Big Bang, they lied. You know, okay, that doesn't mean the scientists lied. They might have had, because now you know personally how light travels. They just might have had it off by 1 billion or 10 billion years. We don't know yet, because we just got the web out there, and the web can only see so far. So yeah, there's galaxies out there that are older than the Big Bang. So maybe we just had the Big Bang timing down. Like, we were wrong, because we couldn't see. We could only know by how far we could see back in time, but the galaxies. That's it. But the Big Bang is just a suggestion of, you know, there's no God. This is how the universe started. And they have 2 or 3 ways how they could start again without a God. I don't agree with any of them, but the fuck do I know? I'm not going to be around to see even if, you know, your spirits, dude, everything decays. Black holes die eventually. I don't know.
I want to know.
Like I said, I don't have all the intelligence. Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I would talk about this in a different way if I was like by myself, but with a guest, unless you knew all this stuff, I can't really say, you know what I'm talking about, or like this. It's hard to get into. You know what I mean? It's like, you ain't gonna understand the fuck.
One of the best ways to learn something is to learn about the Earth first, and like what they know about the nearby places and stuff, like the moon and Mars.
Yeah, that's one of my jokes, dude. I say, worrying about getting fucking 20 million people or 1 million people to fucking Mars, but why don't we figure out the rest of our oceans and like our world? Why don't we figure out how to fix this place first? Like, so what you said, I joke about. Like, I jokingly, you gotta put it somewhere, dude. You know what, dude? You have a lot of the same shit that I'm saying. You're just saying it like honestly. I gotta say it in a way. It's like, you fucking idiots. You know, like, you're a bunch of fucking retards, and that's what keeps me from killing people.
Priorities.
Yeah, man.
Is that awareness?
Like you said, you got this fucking disease, this thing that you probably wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. I'm just assuming, right?
No, I wouldn't wish that on no one. It's just something natural, like a chemical imbalance.
Yes, chemical. I love that term. Fucking chemical imbalance, because I heard that when I was young. So that was like what the doctors always said. And
that's what they say.
I was just that guy. I would tell them, like, is that like all your guys' go-to thing? Is that you guys all call each other on the phone? Like, what are we saying this year? Chemical imbalance? Like that's it? Because that's like the best. We don't even know how that works. We don't know how your symptoms work. We just get pills and that's it. We got to figure it out for ourselves, man.
Yeah, I really hate the medicine.
Honestly, dude, that's Xanax is what I was prescribed, and they were like, yeah, take 3 a day. I'm like, 3 a day? I want to be able to fucking live, dude. Like, I don't know, like a zombie.
They said 3.
What's that?
They said 3 a day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, this is a while. Yeah, 2 milligrams, 3 a day, dude. Like, I could do that without no problem. Me, I could. Because I've been on them since I was young, but this is when I was younger.
Oh,
like I had energy. The only thing I needed help with was like, why am I getting these feelings? And then I found out later on, like what I said, it's like a whole nother show is the empath thing, which there's only like another empath can tell when there's another empath. Somebody with them, it's like you could just tell by talking to them, or if you're near them, you could just tell. They'll open up easy around you. You probably like this yourself. You'll probably take a lot of information in. Sometimes it'll drain you. You were literally explaining to me what an empath was when you were telling me the lows and the highs and all that stuff, the depression, and you got to get. That's my life, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's what my life is. I'm not talking about the ADHD. I'm talking about that's just what a lot of us people. There's a lot of people like us that have that. You probably take it in. I'm just guessing, but I'm kind of not guessing.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you point on you said it right. I take in a lot of. I know.
That's the sad part. I know. It comes with a price, dude. I say it's a curse and a gift. What we have, it sucks. People don't understand it. People have it. It sucks when you have it to an extreme. It's like an empath. There's people empath. Yes, that's
we feel the energies and stuff.
Yeah, yes, but at a much higher level, dude. And you can even, like I said, don't talk about it much on the show because I did one episode with like EVP stuff, but I was trying to like prove like when you die, you really don't die. You're a spirit. I don't know why that is, but we are made of matter. Like, I don't know if the word is a soul, but even they call themselves spirits, but they're here. Like, you have somebody died that was close to you. Like, you're gonna have guardian angels and shit. Like, this is like, they're not really angels, like, with wings. It's just, this is the only words I have right now in my head, but there's spirits who stay with you out your whole life. And then, when it's their time to go, it's like dog sitting or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really trying to be funny. It's just, that's the truth. Yeah. And I went fucking nuts wondering, why is it, like, how do I know this? How am I talking about this with such confidence? Because when I was 19, well, I felt my whole life, but when I was 19, I started doing the EVP shit, with the recorders, and I would hear shit that I did not, like, did you guys not hear that? Like, somebody was just talking, like, it wasn't us. And then people, like, I didn't, like, go up there. This is 19, I didn't really go up to that many people, but, I didn't talk about it with nobody, shit. So when I got older, and I didn't find this out, I'm just talking about this on the show or with somebody. Jesus Christ. But, when I got older, I didn't know this, but empaths who have this, like the people with the real natural ability, that actually grows as you get older. I didn't know that until like 2 years ago. And then I was like, oh, that's why I'm hearing shit. And I thought I was going nuts, bro. Like, I had to record shit. Like, do you hear that? Like, it's not clear as day, but then I went and got the right equipment, and I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking crazy. I know now. Now, because, you know, some of my close people are like, no, I hear what you're hearing. I'm like, all right, before I told them. I'm like,
wait,
okay.
what? Like, you said EBT?
Oh, I thought you knew that. I'm sorry, EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, like a digital recorder.
Like hearing ghosts or something?
Yeah, it's spirits. It's you pick it up as you like. I didn't really get that strong with the hearing part until I was like 35, 37. I think it was like 35, 37. It's like when I started to know, like I did EVPs and I would ask questions out loud, right? Then I would stop asking the questions out loud because unfortunately, I don't know if this is luck or not. I heard them say in the EVP, not out loud, in the EVP, you gotta remember, I've been doing this since I was 19, so I have years of fucking practice of doing this. Mm-hmm. And I'm taking care of my parents. It's like, nothing else to do. I'm gonna try this. And a lot of people died in my life. So I'm just curious, you know, like you're saying, you gotta give yourself something to do, or you go fucking insane, or you get depressed. So I was just curious. And then, but I always knew that it's just, it's like, I can't explain it. Like, every question you think you can ask, I've asked. But I'm sorry, I lost thought. Now I remember. So what I found out is that you don't have to ask out loud because you can actually talk to spirits telepathically, which actually makes sense because if you watch a lot of NDE shit, which I don't, I just happen to know this, that a lot of them always say that they talk to these so-called spirit guides telepathically. And I didn't guess that from hearing that. I'm like, I was thinking about something in my head, and I heard it had to be my niece. She passed at 6. How is she still around? And she actually grows, but that's a whole other thing. Like, I heard them saying what I was going to ask them, and I caught that in the recorder. Because I knew what my first questions were. And then you hear me going on and ask the question. And then they're like, you know, I caught it like that. And I was like, oh, fuck, they can hear our thoughts. So we don't have to talk to them out loud.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You ever seen any of this? Because you asked me what an EVP was. I was like, oh, shit, he might not know any of this shit.
I've seen shows, but like, not,
right.
I haven't watched a full episode, but I've seen stuff like that. You
know what I mean by the digital. That's what I meant to say. You know what I mean when you hear the digital recorder. I'm like, sometimes it's TV, so they're like, dude, I catch. That's what I'm talking about. Ghost Adventures mess up. I catch so much shit in real life that they actually missed. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's like,
that's a skill, talent.
It's not, dude. Is
it scary?
No, it's not, dude. I'll tell you one thing. That's another thing, dude. Fear is, if you, not saying empath, you might be an empath, which you are, but doesn't mean you have this. You can. You got to work on it, dude.
Yeah, communicating with.
You got to start working on it. Yeah, I started at 19 like an asshole, but I don't go up to people and say who died around them and did all this, but I did it 2 times. And I'm laughing because I got it right, and I did it with my buddy. He was on the show, right? We were sitting in the car, and I knew this. Sean. So I'm talking about my buddy Sean. I knew him for fucking ever, dude. But I never knew really about his dad, and I didn't know his aunt died. Like, I didn't know this. He didn't tell me any of this. I just had to sit there, not listen to it, feel it. It's a feeling. I've never tried it over the fucking, like, I don't know how they do it on over the phone. I don't know. It's fucking draining, man, is what it is.
That's on another level.
So, yeah, it's like I can hear spirits to a point. Not like I can hear you right now, and I can get fucking things so mistwisted. Like B's and E's and shit come off very differently. Like, even unless it's EVP, I've gotten that's like that was a whole, you gotta remember, 20, fuck, so I'm 42, you do the math on it, that's 23 years, dude, of fucking with an EVP. I don't really fuck with them anymore, I still have it.
That's like right technology?
What's that?
That's like a technology.
Yeah, it's a digital recorder. Like you've seen a digital recorder, like your phone, okay? But your phone isn't as good as a digital recorder.
I'm gonna have to get one.
Yeah. Like I've tried looking the apps. Like you could pick up some stuff, but even on this recorder, if I wanted to, like that we're recording on, it doesn't pick up very well. And plus, there's already kind of like noise reductions and stuff. When you get a digital recorder, you can turn certain things up and down. Mm-hmm. And then you could plug that digital recorder into, like, let's say a mic and boost the sound. Mm-hmm. But then if you do that, you're also, it's like you hear a lot of that. So you got to turn that down, and then you got to, like, start teaching yourself. Like, but like I said, it didn't happen overnight. And I didn't know I'd be able to hear spirits for real, and feel all the shit I feel. It's fucking weird, man, but I'm used to it now. It's, I bet you didn't think this day was gonna go like this.
It's different. I know they got like there's that's a field too. That's a field of its own.
What's that?
Some people.
You said there's the people out there fucking psychics or.
Yeah, like people do like the technology stuff. Like they'll run ghosts away.
Yeah,
I don't
know. You mean the apps shit?
Like EVP, the phenomenon.
EVP, EVP, like an electronic voice phenomenon. Basically, scientists will say, because they won't fucking, dude, I can bring up a mountain of evidence and say this is what happens when you die. I guarantee this is what happens. And they're like, how would you guarantee that? I'm like, all right, here's a digital recorder. And then their back at you is, well, people hear what they want to hear. And it's like, no, but that's not true. Because, like, if I played this for 10 different people and they weren't together, and I'm like, what do you think they're saying? Now, it is true for a lot of EVPs, though, like digital recorders. Some people do hear it differently. I'm like, that's because I have experience with it, though. It's different. Mm-hmm. It's like there's so many little letters you could fuck up. Like Ghost Adventures show, they'll like, the spirit says this. Unless it's really clear, the spirit says that. I'm like, dude, no, it's not saying that. That's not what it's saying. It's not even fucking close. So, that's cool. It is. But you'll see shows where they have the box on. You ever see like a spirit box and it talks and it's real loud? And it's like it has like the channels and it's like going.
The movies do it too much. They be having stuff moving, objects moving in the house.
Yeah, dude. Spirits aren't moving shit either, dude. I don't know where the fuck that. Like, dude. As far as I know, I've done that test. I've asked. There's no.
I guess
this might be your only chance. Do you want to know anything about spirits? What do you want to know? Any questions you have that you just might thinking?
Huh?
Let's see. If you personally have any questions as spirit, like I had one guy ask me, does the spirits work? Yeah, they work. Yeah, because that's what they do when they're alive. They work, and then when they're dead, they want to go right to work.
What's
what
my
the fuck
calling?
You asking me? Yeah, no, like people are asking me legitly. Like I thought about questions like, are you naked? Like what the fuck? Like what do you wear? But some weird reason they can wear clothing. I guess I don't know how the fuck. It's not like clothing like we wear, like the shit we have on. But it is. It's not like they're naked. It's you can present yourself in any like form. Like I guess I don't know how it works. Either do they. That's the thing. I've asked about the God concept. I've asked every question you could possibly think about, except some of the weird questions people I just won't answer.
Yeah, it's on another level.
Or they're lying. Well, they could be lying too for reasons, and there's things that I don't want to know, just because I don't want to know. So yeah, that might happen to you, dude. You don't know, dude. If you're an empath, like. I think I know you're an empath on this level. There's levels to it. But now think about that energy we were talking about earlier. All right? You know how you take it in could ruin your fucking day. Like, you know what I'm getting at if you feel what I'm talking, you know?
Frequencies, yeah. How other people can influence
you pick
your
up
energy.
on that?
Huh?
do you take a lot of that with? Do you feel like you personally take a lot of that with you?
What?
Like their energy. Like you could just, I don't know. Let's say a person's
I
bad
brush
day.
things off. Yeah, I brush things off, but like sometimes some things can upset your energy. Like it just put you in a bad, like, just like any sound, like a bad hip hop song. Like it'll be like, oh man, I don't listen to that.
Yeah. So what you said too is actually right. I should have said that. You're actually correct. You get good at pushing things off too, because you know it's going to drain you or otherwise upset you.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah, so it works the same way. It's like a curse and a gift. But if you have what I'm telling you, which everybody has, I actually have a whole. This is not it's not something I would say right now. But to end this up, it's like if you had like a lot more time, or if you wanted to really start getting to listen, get yourself a digital recorder. Sit yourself in a room. You can ask questions out loud. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I've done one episode, like I said, and it didn't even come out that great. It was before I had better equipment. But if you started working at it right now, would you 33?
Yeah, 33.
Yeah. So, first of all, you gotta believe in what you're doing, and it's not like, and it's like, as somebody you're a spiritual person, like. Did you have any beliefs before I said any of that? I should have asked you, like, I hope he believes in something.
Wait, say that again?
Did you have any beliefs? Like, before I brought up any of this spirit shit, like, did you have any of your own personal beliefs on death? Or, I'm just wondering, did you? Because I should have asked you.
I know, like, people leave the earth, they got like reincarnation and stuff like that. Like they leave their body, like they leave their body.
Okay.
And
I don't know.
I know spirits can linger around. I know spirits can linger around, stuff like that. Like I've heard stuff like that on TV and whatnot.
Yeah, you heard that. What did you like? Did you have any? What did you feel? Did you feel anything? Like, I mean, I know everybody does, but
I mean,
like,
I look at it as energy. I look at it as like a lot of things with energy, spirit, source, God. All that. Yeah,
we're matter. We're all matter. We're all part of the universe. That's what I was asking you about the tree thing.
Yeah,
that was like.
I look at like at the end of the day, it's like energy. Like everything. Like I'm aware of energies and like even sound. Like sound things.
Sound is a big part, dude. Vibration. You actually said vibration.
The feel, the senses. Yeah, vibration.
That's a big. Yeah, dude. That's a big part of it.
Yeah,
sound even
that I hear even the audio, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, that's why
I listen and I can feel. I have a deep sense of touch, feel, intuition.
Yep. Dude, that's why
I'm not that sharp, but I'm more better than I was.
When you say you're not that sharp, like what are you trying to like? What do you mean exactly? What do you just your senses? Okay, your senses are like just.
I'm not the sharpest that can pick up energies and stuff like that.
You haven't been around, you know, like you're just learning, you know. Like I'm not a master at my shit. I'm not.
Yeah, they got some people that's like they might be on another level with it.
I'm gonna tell you something that I heard from some guy who was his 90-something years. It was 99 or going on. He was hitting 100 or something. It was something weird, and. The person, you know how, like, you know, that's 100 years, right? That's a long time, or whatever. But he said, the reporter said, like, because you just said I'm not the sharpest, and the reporter said, like, you know, you've been around for a while, you know, what have you feel like you learned, or it was a question she asked or something, and he said his answer was like kind of like real fucking old school wisdom, and without it, it was like. This is what he said is like, I forget the question exactly how she asked it, but she was asking like what he had learned. You know, like anything that he would want to share, you know, before he probably died in the next minute or two, because he's a fucking 100. Anyway, but he said, I wish something about I wish I paid attention more, something about that, but it was the fuck, I'm lost. And more time to learn, I took more time to learn. Like he had more time to learn. Like instead of fucking around, like what you just said, getting yourself sharper, felt like he missed out on learning, some of the basic shit that I'm talking about. Like, it sounds fucking nutty, but to you, like how you said about everything's connected. This guy didn't have time for that because he was too busy working fucking jobs and going home and then sleeping. It's like that was his, yeah. So you're trying to get sharper, and yeah, exactly. Fucking, I didn't know it at the time, but I just wanted to get better at listening to EVPs, and then I started fucking hearing them. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going nuts because I'm listening to all these fucking digital recorders. Now I'm hearing shit that apparently wasn't. So I don't know. I think you gotta watch, because if you want to go that route, dude, you gotta watch, because there's good, and it's not evil. It's good too. I'm not saying spirits are bad, but stuff like that. You know what I mean? Remember, the universe balances everything the fuck out, dude. Sometimes good and evil. It's just the way it is. 6 agents. I get cigarettes soon. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to talk today.
I did, dude. Honestly, I didn't know. Well, first of all, I didn't know we'd be fucking going this long. I didn't know I'd be even talking about this shit. I talked about every once in a blue moon, and it's like, it's like it's hard to talk about even by yourself. I can't. I don't know. I was going to do an EVP, and like the second show I was ever going to do, and I was like, I just don't want to do it. It's going to take me forever. I don't want to do it anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like, it got spooky, but then like it got spiritual, but it was actually cool.
It is all spiritual. It's it's very spiritual. The thing is, it's like you want to know these questions, a thing that bothered them a lot that I didn't know until later. Like, I would ask questions that they would answer already. They've answered me so many times, it's like, but I didn't hear it right. So I ask them again on the recorder. How many questions can you ask on the digital recorder? But it's I don't know. Imagine, like, in real life, somebody constantly asking you like what's like the universe, or what happens, just whatever. The same questions I was asking. Who's here right now? Like, who's exactly here?
For real.
Because unfortunately, I had my sister, she was Gina, my uncle is Gino, and there was like Gino and Gino, and I don't know if they were saying Jesus Christ, Gino, like, I have no idea, but I know they fight, and there's bad spirits, they're not demons, they're just fucking asshole people, spirits, whatever.
Yeah.
And they come into their space. It's like breaking into your home. It's like shit like that.
Wow.
There's a lot more spirits outside than there is inside, I can tell you that one. I think if you don't know anything about that subject, you could probably guess that. There's a lot more spirits outside than inside.
Yeah,
and I think a lot more.
They communicate to others too. Like birds.
Oh, dude, yeah. As soon as I go outside, dude, I hear, like, fuck, especially at nighttime, bro. Because you mentioned that as well. You're a night person, so am I. That comes with the territory, dude. That comes with spirituality and opening up. Nighttime it's quieter, number one, especially in fucking Philly. Where are you from? Again, so I didn't even ask you that question. Louisiana. This boy here is from Louisiana. I was just thinking about it, so it was funny. It wasn't funny, but the fuck, Louise, you had the accent. It was bothering me. I wanted to ask you earlier. Fuck, I was gonna guess. I'm pretty good with that. I can get into it. That has nothing to do with read. That's another thing. I was telling you with my buddy, I was over there guessing who died and the names of his people. And I'm like, he doesn't know any of this about me. So, like, I don't want to start like, yeah, dude, you're from Louisiana. Your address is, 370. No. Just start fucking with somebody. And I'm like, oh, this guy's spiritual. He'll get it. I don't want to scare you, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
so I just saved you about 10 years of your life, dude. You don't have to worry about, like, if spirits move shit. You don't have to watch those videos of, like, these angels just fucking flying away in the sky. And there's spirits caught on tape. Now, once in a while, there is spirits caught on tape. You can see. I don't know, dude. I've been trying so hard. You gotta have the right, like you said. I'm gonna use like. There's so much different kinds of vibrations and lighting. You know, there's like 8 or 10 different lighting, UV, X-ray. You know, all those lighting. I'm sure I'm thinking there has to be one out there that can catch them. You know, but I don't have that kind of money, dude. I don't have 10 billion James Webb dollars. I don't have space money, dude. I can't, you know, I got a phone and a fucking $60 digital recorder. I don't know. I'm just saying, what I mean is I saved you. I mean, like, if you really ever wanted to go down that path, because you said you wanted to buy one, dude, like, that, just remember what you're getting yourself into.
I might not do it.
Dude, I mean, if I could go back and tell my, I wouldn't do that. Like, I know it's a stupid thing to say. It's like, well, why would you even say it then? But I wouldn't, because then I wouldn't know what I know today, and I wouldn't know to be a fucking complete asshole. I'm an asshole, but I like I said, I can cross the line. I mean, I'm sorry, I'll push the line, but I'll never cross the line, is what I meant to say earlier. You know, I just, when I'm, like, if I'm around somebody, I can know their limit, dude. It's just I'm gonna end it off with this. There's a big black guy works at the fucking store down my street, dude. I've seen him a couple times, but he's very standoffish type of dude. I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to this motherfucker today. It's only like second or third time I've seen him. He's had a very big motherfucker. He was very standoffish. Like, he had that kind of output. You know? Like, you know, some of those people, like, they don't want to be, you know, you don't want to get too close to them. Like, they're that, you can feel it. Do you ever have those? So that's basically what an empath is, like, you know. So and I can also make that motherfucker talk too, because everybody has a little bit of empath into them. You know, everybody has empathy and all that, but I had that motherfucker talking about everything at the end of the day. I actually couldn't get out of the store. I'm like, dude, I gotta go to fuck home, bro. But yo, I'm gonna end this shit because this is a lot. I mean, yeah. By the way, if I stop the recording, real quick, I know this is a fucking nutty show, but when I stop the recording, it doesn't, like, we still stay on the phone, so it's like a phone call for future reference, and on that out. But fuck it. Before I go or wherever, do you want to give yourself, you know, shout outs or something, or, you know, I'll do it, but I would screw it up because I don't have it. Usually I'll do it myself. Like, yeah.
I thank you for having me on the podcast, and it was great. Y'all can I'm on YouTube, Nihan Rav Krishna. My podcast is Free Time Free Spill Podcast, and that's about it. But yeah, I love talking to you today. It was good, Jimmy.
Yeah, I honestly, Nihon. I'll get it. Nihon, right?
Yeah,
that's
Nihon.
it. No, I'm close enough. Close enough. Yeah, and honestly, it was great because I did, like, fucking again 80% of the talking, but that's just the way it is. I don't know why. But I'll put your link. I'll put the link, or whatever link, your YouTube, and if you I gotta get you. I don't have your Spotify or whatever, or the Anchor one, but I'll find it. But anyway, I'll drop his link in my description. So if you want to, you got to go check him out, dude. Because if I'm gonna check somebody's YouTube channel out that I just had on, like, I didn't even check your shit out yet, and I had you on. Like, that's how cool you were. I was like, dude, just getting in our group, telling me, like, yeah, I'll be on your fucking show.
Yeah, it was cool talk. Awesome. It was cool talk. I didn't know we went 2 hours, almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I think this is the second recording. I think the first one started over, and I was like, it's a phone call, but dude, this is the, you know what?
We
this
talked
is the
about
last
some
night.
good topics.
Yeah, some topics that I didn't think I was gonna get into. You made me think about a couple of things, and you're talking about this, how you're doing the fucking spirit. Oh my god, I'm thinking the words. I'm getting bad if I can't fucking get words down now. Spirit allergy. Oh my god. Spiritual. Like, you're searching through that. I can't. I never could do that. You know, just I couldn't do it. I can't sit still that long. Meditation. Sorry, there it is.
Meditation, empathy.
Yes. Yeah, empathy, yes. Which, you know, you can have that, and, you know, that's, a lot of people think they might have it, but then, you know, when they're shooting somebody, they might think again. I don't know. But anyway, honestly, Nihon, it was an honor for me to have you on my show. Honestly, it was. It's my honor. Come on, I owe you. I'll do one of your shows. You know, obviously, I'll let you be the host.
I appreciate you having me on your show because, like, we talked about music, meditation, space, mental health. Like, we talked about some good ones.
Hey, man, A to Z, brother, A to Z. I can't wait to go check out your. Okay, I can't. I'm sorry about that. I had a pop up exactly at the time I was gonna end it, but I was gonna say I can't wait to go check out your YouTube shit. I'll be watching that. I watch YouTube usually at night, but I'll check that out tonight. And I appreciate you coming on. Sorry,
thank you.
Always pop ups.
Thank you.
All right, man. I'm gonna end it out. All right, like I said, sorry, I'm fucking this all up because of pop ups. And like usual, take care of yourselves and one another. This is me, Jimmy James, and Nihon saying peace out.
Peace out.
Breaching the Genesis chamber is a Class B crime punishable.
Nobody cares anymore, Culex. The world is about to come to an end.
What's up, guys? This is Jimmy James. Just one more thing. If you listen to me on this, Spotify, Anchor, any platform you're on right now, you can also follow me on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, Facebook. Like I said, you could do it all. You can go on there, you can like me, you can hate me, you can dislike, approve, unapprove, whatever you think I need to do to approve or to get your approval. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I care for. I just care for your approval. But for now, this is me just saying goodbye.
Bye, world.
Okay, Jim, I'll see you around. Where you going? Oh, no. Oh, that's not what I thought he meant by that at all.
Goodbye, everybody.
Basically. Basically.